Hey everybody, how is it going? We are live with another Vereldium episode. This is a four-person Vanguard this week, and two of the Ravenous. Joining us today is going to be exactly 10 chicken nuggets, Victory, Black Irish 19, and Desma. Joining us on the Ravenous side is Horusenio and Nighthaze 95. Hopefully, you all will are tuning in and just now getting into the very beginning of this session. Hello, for anybody who is tuned in and has never seen the session before. Hello to you too. This is a ongoing campaign. This is a persistent, anybody can join sort of campaign. You can join by going to my Discord, which I will drop right now, Discord. And you are more than welcome to jump in, roll off, and see if you too can become one of the players in our game. My name is Bizarchus. I am going to be DMing for tonight, and my players are here with me. I will introduce them just shortly. And I am running a lot of different computers right now, so if you see me looking over in different directions, it's just to make sure that I can see what all is going on. So I'd like to first discuss exactly what is happening. The players right now are in a place called Vereldium. Vereldium is a homebrew world that I've created, and they are in a continent known as Dortira. They are right now acting as refugees in a caravan, escaping the front lines of battle, which are slowly creeping up behind them. They've stopped in a town called Bellsong. As the PCs find different work, find food so that they can continue their travel, find jobs that they can do, and also get NPCs to help them on their journey. The Vanguard, which are our four players today, are going to be the ones that assist in terms of adventuring forth, doing the dangerous jobs, and trying to help out as many people as possible as the greater whole. So, there's a couple things that I do very differently with my games. One of them is inspiration. I do things instead of just giving you a token so that you can reroll some dice. I give you inspiration cards. These are tarot cards. The way that it works is that a player can do one of four things. They can turn it in, and they can reroll any dice. This includes an attack roll, a saving throw, damage, or a hit dice roll when you level up. You could force me to re-roll something. So let's say I roll a critical hit and you're down to 1 hit point. You may want to make me re-roll so that that critical hit could miss. Because you never know, it might just save your life. You could also give it to somebody else. So let's say that critical hit is about to hit them, but they don't have any inspiration points. Your friends might. So you can try to keep them alive by giving them an inspiration card. Or you can tempt fate, and that is when you flip the card face up. Whatever is on the other side of this card is going to affect the party at some time during the session. This can be good, this can be bad. There are 2 cards in this deck. One of whom I actually just flipped up. It is the Tower in the World card. This is the World card. If you notice, this is a Major Arcana, and with this card, if this card is drawn, the character instantly levels up. If the Tower is drawn, the character instantly falls to 0 hit points, has 2 failed death saving throws, and must immediately roll a d20. So it's could be a lot of risk, but could be a lot of reward too. And that's all up to the players. So now, let me grab my mouse here as I use my lap as my mouse pad. And we're getting ready to get this started. Let's have a quick introduction, shall we? How about we start with the human cleric, Madigan Vaughn. Would you please introduce yourself?
My name is Madigan Vaughn. I am a human cleric under the Church of Saloon.
Okay. As your party members and as the rest of the caravan look upon you, how do they see you?
They see long green robes, long grayish brown hair with strong gray streaks, and smile lines, and just a kind of sunken in eyes a little bit, a little bit haunted, but with a smile still on her face. She carries a shield. She may carry a shield. I'll have to double check that.
If nothing's changed, then yes, she does.
And I think that's about it. She does have someone accompanying her.
Mm-hmm. And who is the sweet good boy that's accompanying her?
This is Mortimer, or Morty Vaughn, to his friends if he likes you. He is just an absolute toad of a dog, full of wrinkles, and just likes to lay on the ground.
Okay. I'm going to save that. You now have Morty Vaughn, who is next to you. And I believe you can control Morty Vaughn if you are planning on taking the senior pupper into battle with you.
Excellent, thank you.
Okay. And also is the halfling rogue cartographer, Dirt McGirt.
Hi, I am Dirt McGirt. I don't know what this rogue accusation's about. I swear I'm an honest cartographer, a member in good standing of the Cartographers Guild. Yeah, if everybody who sees Dirt recognizes that while he's wearing, plain colored clothing, it's of at least decent quality. He really takes pride whenever anybody appreciates his map making, and is horribly jealous of anybody who can outshine his work.
Ooh. Nice. So a little bit of a jealousy issue that's going on with Dirt McGurk. So, Miresh and Desma will be joining us in a little bit, and when they do, I will have them introduce themselves to you all as well. Remember, life, love, health, happiness, work, and family always come first. And I strongly believe that no matter what. So, as you all are with the rest of the caravan, you look down at the rest of your party and you're seeing, wow, what a motley crew you have going on here. Madigan is the first human. And as you're looking at everybody else, the Lepans, the Tabaxi, the half-orcs, and the kobolds that are here, you think, man, war is difficult. But the kind of bonds that we're making so far, wow. So, as you look forward, Durium Plana, the cleric of the knowledge domain, brings you all to attention and reminds you that there's still an abbey that is a little bit towards the east. She does know that they usually keep a very large stock of food underneath. So maybe if you go there, you'll find just enough that you may be able to move the caravan on to the next city. You also know that Lumissa, the druid, has been sensing some kind of a very odd disturbance within the forest towards the north. She feels that the plains have been tearing apart and something is trying to get through the veil, but is jumping back and forth very mischievously. She believes that it's coming from the Feywild and pushing into the prime material plane little by little, and trying to create as much mischief as possible. You also know that the Second Vanguard did dispatch a group of bandits that was in an abandoned military outpost. As you dispatched them and as you searched the rest of their camp, you found a map. This map was very roughly drawn, but there was somebody in town that was able to know the topography and to be able to know the area a little bit better, who is able to guide you in a direction where you believe you may be able to find something. Because where there's bandits and where there's maps, there's probably a headquarters and maybe some treasure. Before you leave the caravan, is there anything that you all would like to do? There is still some equipment that the Second and First Vanguard was able to collect, which the Vanguard always has access to. Remember, there was a small flint-knap dagger, a bunch of scimitars, a lot of crossbow bolts, a few light crossbows, and a rust-colored bag of tricks. Would either of you two like to take those with you?
What about you, Dirt? What do you think?
Dirt's probably interested in this Edge Naps dagger. He has his own, but you can never really have enough. They're out there in the wild, so
Very true.
I'd be interested in seeing the utility of that.
Okay. So you take this flint knap dagger that seems to be just a piece of rock that somebody hit over and over and over again to make a very serrated edge. Remember, on a natural 1, the dagger breaks. Even if you are a halfling with interesting luck.
Duly noted.
The dagger breaks, and you can still make an attack, but the dagger still breaks. So just think about it as a really, really flimsy ginsu.
Just hit him with the hilt a lot.
Absolutely, just bonk, 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 and then he'll be down.
How about you, Madigan? I mean, what seems like it's going to be useful for us out here?
Oh, goodness. I'm a little interested in borrowing this bag of tricks. Not necessarily hanging on to it or keeping it, but that might prove to be useful.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Okay. So you would like to take the bag of tricks with you?
Yes, please.
You take the bag of tricks with you, and you now have a rust-colored bag of tricks. That sound was the opening of a rust-colored bag of tricks. So, you all gather what you need from the caravan. And as you gather what you need, your party is close behind. So, I am going to move you all into the town of Bellsong. As you go through the town of Bellsong, you are trying your best to understand exactly what is the most critical thing for you to do. You're seeing that the caravan right now seems to have a little bit of traveling food. You have 7 out of the 10 that you need in order to travel to the next place. So it is very possible that if you go to the Abbey, you will find enough that you can move to the next spot. But you're also noticing that the caravan is a little bit light on funds. There has been some deposits from other members of the caravan, which, by the way, are you, the audience. Look at your trouble bubbles. You can turn them in for cool stuff. And as you leave, you notice that a couple of your friends, they dip, come back, and they're just like, wait. We have these. And they hand you 4 healing potions.
Oh, that's
Right.
perfect.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Because in last session, your other caravan members, which are you, the viewers, was able to create a community goal of turning in 5,000 of their trouble bubbles to give you 4 regular healing potions. And you know what that means? It means you're invincible.
Yes.
Oh,
tremendous.
wonderful. So Evil Emu has just popped in. I've got food twice, which means you are now 1 away from being able to go and get your own food. Sorry, that didn't come out right. I just really wanted to sip. You're now 1 away from being able to move on to the next town. So maybe that will change your idea of what's going on. You remember that there is the blacksmith, the dwarven blacksmith that Alistair was messing with for a while. You remember Bernie, the town elder, who is smoking his cigar and giving you a lot of hassle and a lot of trouble. You remember Annelle, the woman who you helped to dispatch the kobolds from her house, and in turn allowed her to give you a silver holy symbol of Lathander, of which is actually worth a little bit of money. You also did meet Aisling. Aisling was the elven woman who unfortunately had a run-in with the bandits that were on the road towards the west. But you helped her out as well, giving her most of her things back, and also letting her know that it was safe to go to the next town to sell her goods. Is there anywhere else that you would like to explore in this town?
I think Dirt would be interested in talking to Bernie, especially if getting the vibe that we might be moving on in a little bit, just to see, if there's anything else that we could relate it to this map, and as you said, potentially bandit headquarters further afield. Like, we solved one problem, let's maybe complete the line.
Okay. As you go up and you find Bernie, he's doing his same usual thing, being crotchety outside of his house while smoking a cigar and not really doing anything. As he comes up to each of you, he's like, yeah, what are you guys up to? Oh, wait, you're with the caravan. Gallandon's boys, right?
Sure are.
Yes, we are.
Oh, I haven't met you yet. It's actually a pleasure to meet you all. You all have done a lot of good here. I have to admit, I thought you were just going to be freeloaders when you got here, but wow, you all have really done a good service for us. My opinion's completely changed.
Madigan would reach out and shake his hand, and then scoop up Mortimer and try to deposit him in Bernie's lap if Bernie is sitting.
Okay. Mortimer comes up. He's like 35 pounds of bulldog mush. So lifting him up is the same as lifting up a sack of potatoes. He folds over on his lap, and at the same time, you just see Mortimer not moving at all. Just
Oh, Bernie, he loves you.
because that's the sound that snub-nosed dogs make. And he looks down and he's like, oh, he's an old fella like me. I like him a lot more now. You actually see his eyes sort of tear up a little bit as he's petting the dog. He's like, you guys have done so much, but there's got to be something else that we can arrange, right? I understand that some of you all had found a map.
Oh, maps? You're a fan of maps? Then I am your guy to talk to.
Oh,
but yeah, you're probably talking about this one, and I kind of don't entirely unroll, but gesture towards the sort of crudely drawn map that we'd found, and I see, that's what I wandered over here hoping to chat with you about. As you said, we've been here for a little bit. Hate to overstay our welcome, but definitely want to make sure that we're contributing our fair share while we're out here. So, looking at this map, and I'm not from around these parts, but I am an expert at reading maps, and this gives me the idea that there could be a hint of trouble out here at this destination. What are your thoughts?
You said the thing about being good at maps first. You don't have to say it again, but I appreciate that. Yes, I do think so. And as you're saying that, Miresh, the water genasi, does come up behind you as one of the ones who did find it. And he starts to point out a little bit of what he's found as well, especially where he found it. As he discusses that, this is the first time that you guys are going to be adventuring together. Miresh, would you like to introduce yourself?
Greetings, my companions. I welcome you to the Vanguard. Sorry for my late arrival.
You see that he's slowly, putting his pack back on. He's munching a little bit on some dried corn. And you see that he's, now got these fresh scars that seem to go down his chest, make him look a lot more manly and a lot stronger. As they're looking over you, Miresh, can you please describe yourself one more time?
I'm a 6-foot-tall humanoid with a pale green skin. My eyes are haunting, as though something were always chasing me, and I carry a quarterstaff on my back, wearing simple but sturdy robes.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you see as Miresh comes by, and the three of you are pointing out everything that you currently see on this map. As Bernie discusses with you, and he sort of sets the map on top of Morty as this is happening, and Morty's looking up like, oh, I'm getting scritches. It's time for me to get scritches. So he scratches him with one hand, and he points out with the other hand. And he says, yes, that's most likely going to be in one of the caverns that are up north. There's a few of them that used to be old mining ducts, but I don't believe that there's any of them that are still active. Most of them have fallen through.
Fallen through? Well,
Interesting.
sounds like an adventure.
I believe so, but If I were you, I'd go and talk with the blacksmith and try to find yourself some mining tools. Otherwise, you're probably going to have a really hard time.
Fair point. Appreciate that tip.
You all have helped us out a lot. All I can do is return the favor. I only wish that I could give you more substantial things.
Your advice is more than enough, good sir.
You know, I was right to like you all. Eventually, I feel really sorry about that Gren fellow. But you all have proven yourself 1,000 times over. You've changed the heart of an old man. And he starts to draw like a topographical map way, way better for you. You help him out to sort of fix the lines very specifically. You know exactly which way is north. You know if there's any sort of landfalls or pitfalls. And because you're a cartographer, roll me a survival check at advantage, please.
Right. Here. Lucky for advantage.
Nice. Yeah, advantage really got you going there. Oops. However, the chat cannot see that, so let me just fix my stream just a
Slightly
little.
out of frame.
That's my fault. Sorry, everybody. There we go. Okay, a little bit of fixing, and so glad I had a tech rehearsal, and my laptop had to break. So, as you all are looking through this, you do think that you could probably make it within a 6 hours journey. So it is possible. You're also noticing that a lot more people are coming out to see the rest of the caravan. A lot of people are becoming a lot more cordial. Some are even sharing food, which you know in this town is a very, very big deal. This is mostly subsistence farming. This is not a lot of cash crop.
All right. Are we off to the blacksmith to the advice, or is there, Madigan, Miresh, is there anything else I don't know, does map seem like more trouble than it's worth now?
I'd like to pursue the map, but we don't have to right now. I know there are other problems this village has.
I am in agreement about the map, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So where would you like to go?
I think we'll... Jeez.
Shall we head to the Abbey? I seem to recall there was a problem.
Oh yeah, the Abbey, and there might be some food under there, right? That seems like if people are on subsistence, maybe that could help them out too.
Indeed.
That is very true.
Very well could.
Then we are in agreement.
Okay. So, as you all look around, you're not exactly sure where to go for the Abbey. Durian Plana has an idea of where this Abbey may be. However, it's been a long time since she has had any sort of contact with them. It's an abandoned Abbey. Durian Plana is fairly old for the gnome that she is, so she does have some wisdom regarding where it may be, but it may take some time for you to find it. The rest of the townsfolk, they don't really know. They don't really know too much about this one abbey. They can give you a general area to search around in. So, as you're searching around in this, as you're searching around and trying to find information, go ahead and let me have everybody roll investigation checks, please. Okay. 2018. So, Madigan, you're just more having a hard time getting Morty to follow you because he's really comfortable right now. He has a warm lap of an old man that is willing to give him scratches, and he seems super happy with this, so he's just like, come on, bud. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. And he's being the super stubborn boy that he's always been. Dirt and Miresh are able to get around a little bit easier. Dirt, do you want me to say the whole name, Dirt or McGirt? Mr. McGirt?
Oh, no, my friends call me Dirt. It's fine.
Friends call you Dirt. Okay. So as you are walking around, you are able to have a conversation with a few other people. You find Mary. Mary is she's a horse tender, so she's a rancher. And as she is telling you a little bit more about, like, when she has to take the horses out for runs, when she takes them out for grazing in the pasture towards the northwest, there is an old abbey that she does believe is there. However, she's noticed that there appears to be a lot more unnatural destruction around that area of the forest. So she always has been pulling farther and farther back.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Miresh, you find Hylia. Hylia is one of the Sunseeker drow. This is a drow that has lived most of her life above ground. So you can see from her skin, it's not the ebony tinge. It's now a almost like an onyx or like a sardonyx, and it looks. You can tell that she's been above ground for a very long time. She still wears a large visor and long robes that do protect her skin. They do also appear very warm for this time of year. But she does mention to you that there's a lot of medicinal herbs that grow in that section that Mary was talking about. And those medicinal herbs may be used as components for healing potions and other poultices and salves.
Excellent.
So those are all things that you can definitely find while you're up there. And that's just a little bit more of bonus information, too. Also, I did forget to mention, all new players that start in the Vanguard for the first time all receive a card of inspiration. So everybody at least has one. For Miresh and Desma, they'll just need to remember how many of those cards they had previously.
Excellent, thank you.
Well,
You are welcome.
And she has finally arrived.
As Desma comes up and it's like, I am done. My shower was amazing. Hi.
She shakes off a little bit of moisture. She's got Desma is a gnome artificer, and she has some colored lenses sort of sticking out from her eyes, looking like eyelashes, and she looks a little flustered and a little moist. Well, Vanguard,
I suppose now that we have our general heading, we should make our way to this abbey. It could be quite fruitful for us.
You all gather your pack. You let Durian Plana know that you're going to be searching for this abbey. She's incredibly happy. And everybody else in town is actually very surprised that you are going to be going to try to find something that was abandoned a long time ago. They give you your blessing. They hope you all the best. I need for everybody to please roll me this is a gambler's roll. So I want for all of you to pick one person from your Vanguard. Who wants to volunteer to gamble with me?
That seems like a great Dirt McGirt moment.
All right.
I don't know how anyone else feels.
Well,
Would you like to gamble, Dirt McGirt?
I'll happily step forward and do my best there.
I'd like for you to roll me a D100. Are you going to roll higher or lower than me?
Oh, I'm a halfling, so I'm going to roll lower.
Okay. You're right. So as you're running away, you see Bernie as he sort of like hobbles back next to you, and he's like, wait. I feel really bad about the whole Gren thing. Here. It's the most useful thing I have, and hopefully it'll do you some good. It's
Oh,
it's a rolled up piece of paper. As you open it up, it's in a language that's kind of odd. There's a lot of symbols here. However, Miresh knows exactly what that is, as does Desma. This is a spell scroll.
okay.
This is a spell
Ooh.
scroll for a spell called Nerve Pulse.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I've not heard of this one before.
It is a Berserkus original. But as you look at it, you notice that this is a spell that is not intended to actually harm somebody. This is a spell that's intended to knock someone out. This is the Don't Tase Me Bro of arcane spells.
Interesting.
If you all would like to look up the spell, you may do so on D&D Beyond. It is loaded and active, and it is 3d12 non-lethal damage. And it sucks.
Madigan has no idea what's going on, so she's going to continue to try to get Morty to move, promising him cheese at a later date.
He does as soon as Burning comes with the paper. You see him sort of like he keeps trying to bite the paper like it's playtime. He's always been very, very good at fetch. And the moment that playtime comes, he is no longer an old zombie. He is young as a pup. That is the one thing he's very, very good at.
All right, bud.
So I believe the party has decided that they would like to go to the Abbey.
Indeed.
Yep.
Okay. I do believe that the Ravenous are also feeling a little bit ready to go. Ravenous, may I please get a howdy doody, or by giving me a howdy doody, send in some attack rolls for me. Because it seems like the Vanguard is about ready to go to a different location. Howdy doody. Okay, there we go. So, I am going to get your tokens as I move you over to this other place. Give me just a second, everybody. It takes you all night to search and finally find this abandoned and destroyed, dilapidated church in the middle of the forest. But eventually you do find it. As you get through, every single one of you seems to have some version of night vision.
Excellent.
All except Morty, so your puppy is going to be just a little bit far behind. And this is where things are going to get a little bit tricky. So, first things first, I'm going to zoom this out really quick so that I can see where everybody is. And I'm going to narrate while I make this all work. So, Ravenous, remember your names, okay? I need to start popping in a few of the Ravenous on their people because one of them is not going to be able to control their tokens until I do so. As you're looking at this abbey, it appears to have the candelabras still working. You notice that there is a graveyard to the south, and to the north appears to be some very, very badly damaged hut. There was a spiral staircase that looked like it went up to a bell tower at some point, and it is destroyed. There's a small fire that is going on in the back towards the altar. So, as you all are here, I would like for you all to tell me what you are going to do. Right now, you're just outside of the map, about 60 feet. So I'm going to put you all in this side corner, and I would like for you all to tell me exactly what you're going to be doing. And while I do that, I'm going to make a little bit more tense music. go through. Why don't we start at the top with Madigan? Madigan, what are you going to do now that you can see all this?
I'm gonna look around to see if there's anything interesting in the immediate area, and just kind of hang back with my companions.
Roll me a perception check, please. Madigan, you notice that there appears to be a bunch of goblins that are doing their best to make mischief here. They're knocking over the gravestones. You see a bunch of them have dug up a bunch of bodies already, are playing with the bones. One of them has a rib cage that he's now using as a helmet. The other one has a few femurs that he's using as leg armor. It's looking a little bit rough down to the south. Towards the north, you can see that two of them appear to be shaking a tree to try to get fruit from up top of it. If only they were 2 feet taller, they could just jump up and get it. But since they're pretty small, they're not able to. You also notice that there appears to be a bunch of those half-eaten corpses on the front towards the altar. However, there also appears to be something else there. Let's continue on with Dirt.
All right. Well, Dirt is a bit of a conflict because he feels like this is naturally when he would kind of want to go undetected, but he does not have dark vision, so he's going to have his hooded lantern as narrow as possible, but he still doesn't want to trip over any tree roots or anything foolish out here. So he's going to have that in one hand and his crossbow in the other, and try to keep his head on a swivel and just act defensively if any of this troublemaking turns their attention towards his way.
Are you putting yourself onto the map?
Will.
Or are you trying to keep a far distance?
I'm going to stick by my companions in the beginning.
Copy that. So you're getting just a little bit forward and you're ducking down just a little bit to try to get a little... I'm ready and I'm looking. Roll me a perception check, please. Or a stealth check.
do it.
Roll me a stealth check instead.
All right. Let's see here. Stealthy boy.
Go rogue!
Ah!
Okay. So you rolled a 2.
Holding
I
a
think.
lantern in the dark.
Yep. You are... you rolled a 2, unfortunately. So as you're going across, you're holding a lantern right up in front of you in the dark. No one will ever be able to see me. Then you think better of it. However, that is what you do. Desma sees that you're moving forward just a little bit, and she is going to do what?
She wants to cast Detect Magic because she's not sure what else is at play here.
Got it. So you cast Detect Magic as one of your first level spells, and as you do, you can now detect anything that is magical within 30 feet of you. You only notice one presence, and that magic presence is something that is on Madigan's person. It is conjuration magic. You are pretty sure it is the Bag of Tricks. You don't sense anything else.
All right, I am going to stay near the party, but I'm ready to stealthily see what is near us.
Roll me a stealth check, please.
Yes, please.
It looks like my roll 20 may have just broken, so if that does happen, I apologize. It's going to come back, I promise.
I'm at disadvantage because I'm wearing some scale mail.
Yes, you are.
15.
Thank you very much for telling me. I am going to reload really quick because it looks like my computer is being a... So, as I do that, 15, you start walking around, and as you're walking, you're very, very carefully moving, slow, and eventually you step by, and you seem like you're doing just fine. Did you roll a disadvantage, Desma?
Yes, I did. Oh, maybe it didn't. Oh, it doesn't look like it rolled at disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I could try rolling again if you like.
Go ahead. Roll again for me.
That's a 19. So
Okay,
15
so
would take it.
so we're gonna take the 15. It looks like I reconnected. Can you guys do me a favor? Just send me in some attack rolls real quick. Just want to see that my roll 20 reconnected.
Mine disconnected, so I'm refreshing right now.
It looks like roll 20 is going to be a. So as we continue on, let me do a quick vamp while we wait for our stuff to come back. I did see Desma's roll come through, so that's wonderful. It is getting started. Miresh's acid splash. Thank you very much. So as we wait for roll 20 to resuscitate itself, everybody remember, the trouble bubbles are going to be accruing as you watch the stream. Those you could turn in for gold. You can turn them in for traveling food. You can turn them in for weapons, inspiration cards. You can even turn them in to send a healing word towards one of the players, or a healing word in towards one of the enemies, whatever you decide to do. You can also save up to do a community goal, which will give the players a opportunity to get some spells by the caravan wizard that they can use before, during, or after one of their encounters. Something interesting could happen if they decide to get a haste spell. Something uninteresting could happen if they decide to get fireball. We know what happens when fireball comes. So, it looks like I'm getting everybody's rolls. I have Desma, Dirt, Ravenous, Miresh. So it seems like everything is going just fine. I'm going to go back into it. It looks like it's still having some trouble. That's not a problem. I still got you guys, and I'm still connected, and I still seem to be streaming, so everything seems to be fine. Technical difficulties on somebody else's side. Miresh, as you see Desma slowly walk forward, and she is actually very, very stealthy, impressively so for as much stuff as she's carrying. What are you going to be doing?
I'm assuming I'm assuming Madigan told us everything of what she saw.
Yes, everything.
Well,
In
then
a
I'm
hushed, whispered tone.
Then I must say I am quite upset at the way these goblins are treating the dead's bones. If possible, I would like us to engage them very soon. For now, I'll stay back and leave way to my companions.
These are all things you could do. Okay. So, Morty is going to chill. Also, Morty is going to go on your turn and initiative and anything like that. Madigan, are you okay with that?
All right.
All right.
Yep.
I will not control him, but he's not going to be a sentient fighter. He's your buddy. All right, so we're going to go back up to Madigan. As she's looking around and just trying to check out anything else, she does notice that a few of the monsters do start to shift.
Shift as in notice us?
They start to move around a little bit, and they look like they're just causing some mischief.
Oh, whoops. That is not what I meant to send.
Not a problem. Tell me what you're doing and tell me what you sent.
I accidentally sent Watcher. That was not my intention.
What's a watcher?
Did it come through?
It may have, but roll 20. So just tell me what you got.
Oh, no, I didn't actually intend to click that. What I
Not a
would like to
problem.
do is just move forward a little bit and see if I can get closer to hear anything.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, there's the watcher.
Did it come through on your side?
It did.
Okay.
When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage. And you must be wearing a shield. Nice. Oh, protection! I forgot you're a protection cleric. That's awesome. Okay. You do that. However, nothing seems to be close enough to make that a thing. Also now, you all, I'm going to say that you're getting very, very close to being onto the map. So, as you all continue to get closer. Not that far. I'll say that now you are on the map, so now distance is a thing. Okay? However, it is still nighttime. You still have the cover of darkness, and you are out amongst a bunch of downed trees. So, Dirt, you feel yourself getting a little bit odd. You're just like, well, maybe this is not the best choice, so you put the lantern behind your back, but you still have the crossbow out in front of you, looking around. What are you going to do now? Now that you see Madigan putting out the shield and she starts moving forward.
Absolutely. I'm going to put that lantern away. And Madigan seems, one, like she has the right idea, and two, like an excellent companion for Dirt to stick next to. So he's going to do as best as he can to keep pace without tripping over anything, and just stay right behind Madigan with her shield, but keep a lookout and ready his crossbow should anything jump out at him. While he's pretty nervous being around, shenanigans out here.
So will that put you on the map?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and put yourself on the map next to Madigan or where you would like to be. Roll me a perception check, and I am going to say that you are preparing an attack with your crossbow to the first enemy that you see. Okay, 7. Got it. Can I please have the Ravenous Night Haze? Roll me 2 perception checks, please, at disadvantage. To roll at disadvantage, hold down your left control or your left command if you're on a Mac, and then click your left click. If you don't have perception, use wisdom. And remember, we're using goblins today. As that starts to go through, you cock your crossbow and you just get ready. And it seems like you've got yourself in a really good position with Madigan and her shield right next to you in the watcher's position. Desma, it is now your turn.
I want to continue moving forward, so I'd like to roll a stealth check, and just see if anything magical shows up.
Okay. You move forward, and as you do, you don't seem to see anything that's magic. But you do move forward. You give me a stealth check at disadvantage because you are wearing heavy armor. Or armor that imposes disadvantage.
10.
Got it. Okay. You move up closer towards the rest of your party, and now you are on the map. Miresh, you watch your party as they slowly advance one at a time, and you guys are feeling very Ghost Recon as you get closer. What are you going to do?
I'll follow behind as stealthily as I get able, which might not be much.
Okay, roll me a stealth check, please. Okay. So, you continue moving. You crunch a few leaves, you crunch a few twigs, but nobody seems to notice you. And you get yourself close to the front of everyone else. Morty slowly just right behind you. Fairly quiet. Or is Morty staying behind? I'm okay with that.
I think Morty is gonna just sit and lie down for a little while.
He's happy to do so. He's an old boy. So
Yeah.
he sits and lies down and waits for you to be done with the thing that you do oh so well. So, as we get closer, Desma is the one that's closest and in the most danger. Desma, as you start getting closer, you notice that the crumbled walls that are around are showing you a bunch of mischievous goblins that seem to be messing around with stuff, lighting fires to the different wood pews that are inside. Excuse me. And as you get closer to the front door, you do notice that you do sense a small transmutation magic coming from what looks like the braziers that are around and still up. Very, very faint magic. The braziers are about right here. What would you like to do, Desma?
I personally am not ready to go through that front door. So I'm wondering if there's anything on the north side of the Abbey, presuming that the top of the map is north.
It is.
If there's any other windows that I can come around to.
This isn't an
sneaking
actual
past the
like
door.
rooftop abbey. Think about a
Sure.
old burned out castle. It's
Yeah.
mostly rubble on the side, but you can see that there was once walls here. For the
Okay.
most part, you can see all the way through.
Okay.
You being a gnome, it is taller than you, so
Mhm.
whatever's inside, you're only seeing like the tops of goblin ears, and occasionally them tossing a bag full of poop. But aside from that, it's fairly normal. Are you going to try to continue to move north?
Yes.
Okay, you do see the two goblins that continue to shake the tree, and now are getting very frustrated, so are taking small rocks and trying to throw it at the fruit that's up there.
Yeah, I'm going to make my way towards them, but not engage. So I'm coming to the corner of the Abbey. Here.
Okay. Night Haze, I need for a wisdom check at disadvantage once. Hip Dropper and Heck Pants need to make 2 checks, please. So Horusenio, I need 2 checks, wisdom
And
checks at disadvantage.
Would you
And-
like me to roll a stealth check as well?
Yes,
Berserkus?
please. Night Haze rolls a 7. Horusenio rolls a 9 and a 3. And what does Desma roll? As this is happening, okay, 19 for your first roll. We'll roll one more time. Madigan, what are you going to be doing? An 18. Yeah, you are just a king with the, sorry, a queen.
Sneak,
My
sneak,
mistake. With
sneak,
the
sneak,
sneaky.
sneak.
So
Sneak, sneak,
you sneak up and you
Sneak.
get even closer.
sneak, sneak, sneak.
Madigan, what are you going to be doing as you watch Desma move very, very sneakily up past the front door, which is open, by the way?
I would like to continue in her direction, but seeing that, do I notice the goblins up by the trees? I think so.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You were the one
Seeing
who
her-
you were the one who noticed them first.
Oh yes. Seeing her getting close to the goblins, I would like to quietly, reach out with a quiet casting spell, making a hand motion with one hand and cast a Shield of Faith.
Okay. Are you
To
casting
give
it?
her some protection on for about the next 10 minutes.
Got it. Desma, you now have Shield of Faith, which I believe gives you a +2 to your AC. Is that correct? Yes. You have a +2 to your AC, and Madigan, you are concentrating on that spell. So please do not let me forget if you are concentrating. If you take damage, or if you cast if you take damage, I need for you to roll a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration, which is called a concentration check. Or if you cast another spell that is concentration, it will cancel out your first spell. Good?
Got it.
Awesome. So that happens. Would you like to move?
I'm going to move up just a little bit.
Roll me a stealth check. Just a straight roll. Oh, yeah. Silent. Dirt, you're seeing what's going on, and you're like, man, those ladies are quiet. What are you going to do?
Yeah, Dirt is impressed by the level of stealth on display by his companions. Seems like the right group to be hanging out with. But yeah, as soon as Madigan moves up, Dirt is going to attempt to stealth, and this time get just to the west of where Madigan's at. I misspoke earlier. It's actually a short bow, not a crossbow that I have.
It's
So
fine.
good thing I put the lantern away. But yes, remaining prepared to loose an arrow if any of this turns potentially threatening. But so far, everybody, these goblins seem to be minding their own business, so he's just kind of waiting to see what's the right action.
Copy that. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check, please. Just straight up stealth. You seem to be very, very stealthy right now. Miresh, you're seeing everybody walk up. What are you going to do?
I will also move forward. I'd like to start trying to get it closer to the front door to peer inside.
Okay.
So I'll move to about right there.
Roll me a stealth check, please. Okay, 14. You also are as stealthy as Dirt as you creep in back behind. And I'm getting ready to kill. And you're getting so ready that I need for Horusenio, Night Haze, give me a straight wisdom check, please. As that happened, both of them seem to... Uh-oh. And you look down, and there just happens to be a Deus Ex Machina branch that's right there. And there appears to have been a loud snapping sound. Desma, Madigan, you are not detected. Dirt, Miresh, you are. I need for all four of you to please roll me initiative. Madigan and Desma are going to be starting at the very top of this round. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to erase all of the other initiatives, because you could have gone in a lot of different directions.
Ooh, natural 1 on initiative. Yikes.
Oh no! Oh, Miresh, wow. Just straight up 0. I don't even need to, I'm just going to add your turn manually, which is, I don't have to do anything, so I actually did your thing. Oh no, and Desma got it too. But the benefit is that Desma actually gets a surprise round. She wasn't detected.
Oh, thank goodness.
Neater was Madigan. So Madigan gets a 16. Miresh is 0. Desma is 3. Let me make sure that I get this 3. And Dirt, what was yours?
10.
10. All right. Going to add you in manually. For those of you that are using the D&D Beyond character sheet and the Beyond 20 app, it's very, very easy for you to go in between. All you have to do is when you're choosing your character, or when you're getting ready to roll initiative, you click on your character token that's been given to you, and then you go to your D&D Beyond character sheet, and you click on initiative. When that happens, the initiative roll will be sent to the Roll20 VTT, and then it will automatically be sent to the turn order. It's a very, very powerful tool, Beyond 20. I highly recommend it for your games. It is awesome. It has changed how I play. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, Madigan, Vaughn, and Desma. I am going to be changing the order really quick. Desma and Madigan, Vaughn. Madigan, Vaughn, you are going to be going first as we cry havoc, which is the name of the song by Tabletop Audio. So, as you hear that crack, you look behind yourself and go, oh, here we go. Ha! And you break out your weapons and you get ready for it. Morty goes, which is his battle howl. So, Madigan, you are first. What do you want to do?
Oh, goodness. So they haven't detected me. They've only detected
They've only detected
Miresh and Dirt.
Dirt and Miresh. Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Desma, you're on deck.
I'm afraid I might have to end my spell for Desma
Why is that?
to take another action. I'm a couple different things that I'm thinking of.
So remember,
can-
only if you cast a spell that says it's concentration will you break the concentration. You can cast any other spell. It's only if it's another concentration spell does it break.
Yep.
Does it make sense?
Concentration.
Okay.
It does.
Sorry.
DM question.
What's up?
How does holding my action work?
So it's sort of like an if this then that situation. You tell me exactly what you're doing. So I am holding blank. If this happens, then this fires off. So you just follow that format. I have this. If this happens, then this triggers. Make sense?
Yes. Can I use that to cast guidance on Dirt? Because he's right near me. I can reach out and touch. It adds a d4 to the ability check.
Okay. That is true. It does. You can do that now, and it lasts for the turn.
Okay, then I'll do that now.
Okay.
But it is concentration, so it will drop the extra AC for Desma. But she's unnoticed.
So if you do hold a spell like that, at the end of it, it will drop the concentration. So that may be something that you may want to look into. Do you have any other, like a cantrip, like Sacred Flame or something? If something comes close enough into your range, set it off?
Yes, thank you. I do have Sacred Flame. First time playing a cleric, I appreciate the help.
DM is
yes.
here to help!
I would like to hold my action then and just have Sacred Flame ready for if they
Okay.
come close.
So if one of them comes close, you're going to fire off Sacred Flame.
Yes.
Copy that. Okay. That is a perfect way to hold an action, especially if you don't feel like you can do anything on your turn. That is holding an action. You still have a movement action if you want to take one.
I am just going to go right up here on the other side of Dirt, just getting...
Got it. So you're just a little bit closer at this point. You do
Yes.
not see the goblin that's inside. There is a broken door in the way, but it's possible he may move. So that will be your turn. Is that everything you wanted to do?
Yes.
Okay. Desma, it is now your turn. You are quiet enough that you duck into the shadows and you feel like you have not been seen yet. What do you want to do?
I would like to sneak my hand into one of my many pouches
Mm-hmm.
and pull out what looks like an acorn and lob an explosive seed in between the two goblins 30 feet away.
I thought I nerfed you. What is this?
You did nerf me, but you left those.
Okay.
Not good enough.
They're not as fancy. They're not as fancy. I promise you.
Yeah, Desma went shopping when I checked her character sheet.
Oh.
Go
They
ahead.
do a 1d8. So,
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
all right. Here, I'll put that in for you.
Is this
Thank
why
you.
you were shopping for these?
No, she had probably about 5,000 gold worth of stuff on her person when I checked her character sheet. And I was like, that is awesome. No, you followed my rules exactly. It's like you chose gold. You chose gold instead of starting equipment, and you only chose the things that actually had a gold cost. All of those magic items and all of those other grenades you had, they didn't have a gold cost. You followed my rules exactly.
I did.
You just... Like, you did that very clever, it's like, well, you didn't say I couldn't do that, and you broke my game, so I had to go back and nerf you.
So the DC on this is a
It's a
10,
10.
Dex saving throw, and I would like to lob it just between the two of them, and they're within a radius, each of those goblins.
Yes, they are. So can I please get Heck Pants and Hip Dropper to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please? If they do not have a dex saving throw,
big whammy.
just dexterity, please. The first one, Heck Pants, is going to take the full damage, but Hip Dropper is going to take half the damage. So please roll me 1d8, Desma.
Harumph, I say.
Ha-kaboom, you say. And it's a full 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
So with 12 total points of damage, the first one completely gets blown away. And the second one takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage as there's a small bomb that goes off next to it. Desma, how do you want to kill Heck Pants?
A question. What were they doing just before this moment? Because it's going to influence what I.
They were tossing a bunch of rocks at a bunch of fruit in this tree to try to get it down, and they're real idiots. They could have just stood on each other's shoulders or found a stick or something, but they're real dumb.
I'd like, in an ideal world, Heck Pants, who's getting a not so earth-shattering kaboom, has just thrown the rock, and as they've thrown the rock, this explosive seed comes back, and they're very confused, thinking that they've done something amazing.
Okay, you
They
absolutely
get exploded.
you absolutely do that, and as that happens, you watch one of them see this golden acorn fall down. He's like, huh? And just exploded in their face. As that happens, you see Heck Pants, parts of them go flying in one direction, and the Hip Dropper just and boom, slams up against the base of the tree. As that happens, a whole bunch of fruit does fall down. Okay.
Oh, may I ask what kind of fruit? Just curious here. We were told this would be fruitful, looking at the Abbey, so just following that train of thought. Hey, you set that up for me.
This is every time somebody makes such a bad pun, I have to stretch it out.
Ooh.
Okay,
Wow.
card of inspiration for the bad dad joke. I'll give you that.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. That's your turn. Do you want to move?
I was seen. I presume that they were that our remaining goblin is distracted by the fruit and the splode. But
You threw a bomb. I'm gonna have to give it to the
That's fine.
monsters at this point.
That's absolutely fine. I don't, as a bonus action, I'd just like to see if I can. I want to pull out my alchemist haft and see if I can start casting arcane weapon. It is a bonus action casting time, so it's fine if that needs to wait.
No, that's exactly what you do. So you cast arcane weapon as a bonus action, which channels your arcane energy into a simpler martial weapon that you're holding. What sort of damage do you want to be added into your weapon?
I'm feeling today like I'd like some lightning damage.
Okay, you call the lightning, and you watch your alchemist half all of a sudden just go click click, and you have one hell of a nightstick at this point. So, do you want to move?
I do.
Okay.
I'd like to move.
Noggin
I'd
is
like
next.
to move towards the goblin. Yeah.
Okay.
That is still under the tree.
Gotcha. You can
Towards the
move up to
fruit.
25 feet, I believe, is a known. Noggin, you are now next. What is Noggin the goblin going to do? You see it come out as like, and he starts to charge. Noggin is the one that is in here. So, Night Haze, what is Noggin going to do? While the rest of that is happening, you're seeing Hacky Thwack, Nosh Nosh, and Niblets all go, Booga! Gucci, boom, boom! What happened? Slack! As they get ready to charge. Noggin is going to try to run out. Okay. And Noggin's going to make a beeline for Desma. Madigan, that triggers your Sacred Flame. Go ahead and cast me some Sacred Flame. All right. Noggin, I need for you to make me a DC 14 dexterity save. So roll a dexterity check, please. A 6. Unfortunately, it's not enough. 2 points of radiant damage go in through Noggin as the sacred flame bears down on its gobby body. And you are very, very close now to Desma. So, I believe that is the end of Noggin's turn. It is now Hacky Thwack. What is Hacky Thwack gonna do? Okay, it looks like Hacky Thwack is gonna move closer to the front doors. Hacky Thwack. Noodle Brains is up next. And it seems like Hacky Thwack is going to choose to do something. So what is Hacky Thwack going to do?
Can I ask a quick DM question?
Absolutely. What's up?
This might be a technical thing. I don't see myself in the turn order or the initiative order. Is that a technical issue on my side, or are you good and you see me on your side?
I see you.
Okay.
You are just above Desma and just below Miresh.
Oh, weird. Okay.
You
Thank
do
you.
not have control of Hacky Thwack nor anyone. Interesting. Let's fix that. That is true, you don't. Ah! There you go. So, as Hacky Thwack continues and moves farther down, he's going to get to the front, and you all see him as he starts to... And he is chanting his goblin war cry. What is Noodle Brains going to do? Noodle Brains, seeing that his buddies and hearing the explosion, Noodle Brains is going to stop digging up bodies from the graveyard, and he's going to start running towards Miresh. And you just see him with the rib cage on his head and the femurs on his legs. As he gets ready. I'll move you over. Boop, boo. There you go. And he gets even closer. Poor Heck Pants, he's dead. Now it's Hiccup's turn. Hiccup is in the back playing in a whole bunch of books in a bed that's all messy and nasty and full of poop. As Hiccup deals with everything that he's doing, he is going to run and he is going to burst through the window, very Die Hard style, and get outside. Dirt, you're up. You're on deck. I will go ahead and move you so you don't have to change. And Hiccup jumps outside. Hiccup, you have an action if you want to use it. That was only half of your movement. Hip Dropper is the next monster to go. So you see Hiccup coming out, and as he busts through the window, he's... Hiccup sees Desma in a distance, and I believe is going to try for a ranged attack.
Do I get a reaction?
What would be your reaction?
Never mind.
Okay. Does a 9 hit your armor class with the +2?
No.
Okay, that shot goes wide. Even though it was a really bad entrance, it still just doesn't make its way through. So Hiccup is there, and he puts up another crappy-looking bow that you can now see is a bunch of just sharpened bones. And that is Hiccup's turn. Dirt, it is now your turn. Hip Dropper is on deck.
All right. Dirt is going to loose an arrow at Noggin, who he sees running towards Desma's back there.
Aha. So you take your short bow and you... And surprisingly, it does hit. That is exactly what you needed to hit. 7 points of piercing. You don't get sneak attack because there's no other creatures that are nearby. And you were engaged. But how do you want to do this?
Just as silently as possible. The back body just drops.
Okay. Silent archer.
Um,
Dead.
and then
So-
I'm only going to move up here parallel with Madigan to try to use my halfling naturally stealthy.
Yes, you can. So go ahead and roll me a stealth check, please. All right,
Wow.
21. That's pretty high. Can I get Horusenio and Night Haze to please roll me wisdom checks? You feel pretty well hidden there, Dirt.
Yes, finally.
Hip dropper. After getting blown up by one of Desma's really fancy acorns, he's furious. Tiny little fury. Maybe even fury of the small, as some people may say it. What is Hip Dropper going to do in the northeastern corner? This mine for mine, you! And he comes with his big old dog slicer, and he's going to take a slash at you. Does an 8 hit your armor class? Probably not.
No.
Okay, so and nothing. You dodge back. You have the shield of faith on, and you're feeling pretty high and mighty right now. Nosh nosh. It is your turn. As you are in the back of this, next to this altar with this massive crystal, a whole bunch of bones, and something on that altar. What are you going to do? Going to move up 60 feet. I'll pop you there myself. There you go. And you can see Madigan right now holding her shield out in front of her, and nobody else. So what would Nosh Nosh like to... Oh, no, that's a double move. I apologize. Nosh Nosh can't do anything else. That is the entirety of Nosh Nosh's turn. Now it's Niblitz. Niblitz's turn. As Niblitz is head first inside of the well, taking a long, long, long drink, Niblitz, hearing all the fighting going on, just gets up, hair sploon all over its face, can't really see very well, but raises its sword up and as the water drips down into its mouth. You hear What is Niblitz going to do? Niblitz is going to move here and can currently see Desma engaged with Hip Dropper. Niblitz is going to fire a short bow shot at Desma. So, let's see that short bow, Niblitz. Does a 7 hit your armor class?
Desma giggles a little bit. No.
Okay, seems to be customary with our games recently, the spellcasters seem to be untouchable by ranged attacks. That is Niblitz's turn. Miresh, it is now your turn. You seeing Noodlebrains coming up against you fairly fast.
Alrighty.
At 30 feet away, what is Miresh going to do? Madigan, you're on deck.
I am going to cast my Witch Bolt at Noodlebrains.
Witch Bolt. Woo! Okay. A natural 1. Unfortunately, that Witch Bolt streaks and crackles and goes in every direction except into Noodlebrains. And you see it crackle into the wood right next to him.
Wow.
Bonus action?
Do I? Let me see. Do I have one? No. I will end my turn with that sad display.
Okay. You see Noodlebrain as the lightning is going across it, in sort of a very fun moment. He's like, tss. That is your turn, unless you want to move. Miresh?
I will move back a little towards my companions.
Okay. You do so. Madigan, it is now your turn.
All right. Madigan is going to move a little bit toward Noodle Brains,
Okay.
just holding up her shield, and with kind of a hand motion to cast and just a vocal cry of "Don't you dare!" and then cast Sacred Flame
Okay.
at Noodle Brains.
Noodle Brains, can I please get a dexterity check? A 9. It does full damage. And you see that sacred fire come down and scorch poor Noodle Brains, who is looking really, really rough. All right. One heck of a turn. Bonus action?
Nope.
All right, Desma, it is now your turn. Noggin is on deck. No, he's not. Noggin's dead. Hacky Thwack is on deck.
So Desma would like to take her alchemist half, which is now got some lightning.
Lightning
Little
half. Yeah.
Sparky. Feeling a little sparky right now. And attack my nearest goblin friend. who's
Okay.
within melee range.
Roll an attack with the Alchemist half.
And because I cast that arcane weapon, there should be additional damage there.
If it hits.
Yes. Agreed.
Goblins being very, very sneaky and very, very quick. You take the Alchemist half and you raise it up and he's like, "Gah!" And you watch his hair stand straight up on end. But it doesn't seem to do any damage. And he's just, "Nope, that's my fruit! That's my fruit! And he is getting his dog slicer ready to swack at you again. Hacky Thwack, it is now your turn. Noodle Brains is going to go up next. Hacky Thwack looks like they are going to be taking a shot at Madigan. Is that correct? No. At Dirt McGirt.
Oh, how's he see me?
Because you had to be behind a creature
Aha.
for the stealth check. That's the thing. It's like you can hide behind a creature and be stealthy.
Mm.
If the creature moves.
Madigan moves and Dirt was like wholly unprepared, just reading a paper back
Yeah,
there.
you're like putting your body exactly where hers is, and then she moves, and you're just standing in a very weird position. Like, well,
I love it.
okay, 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
You take 3 points of piercing damage. As Hacky Thwack trying to line up Madigan first, and then, oh, new guy! And you watch the arrow. I apologize to everybody in digital world. That was me spraying spit. You take 3 points of piercing damage as a very nasty-looking arrow gets stuck into your side. That is Hacky Thwack's turn. Noodle Brains, what are you going to do? Being very, very injured from radiant damage of a sacred flame. Noodle Brains is going to get right up on that, and he is going to try and dog slice Madigan. Hiccup is next. Let me see an attack from Noodle Brains. Does a 16 hit your armor class, Madigan?
It does.
You take 7 points of slashing damage from Noodle Brains.
Ooh.
All right. That is its turn. Hiccup, you're up. As Noodle Brains looks down, and it's with some blood coming out of its mouth, it's... Hiccup is looking across and happens to see Desma. I need a Constitution saving throw from Madigan, please.
Oh, whoops.
It's a concentration check. It's okay. Are you proficient in Constitution saves?
I am not.
Okay, then it's still the same number, so it's still 20. So you do maintain Shield of Faith. What is Hiccup going to do? Is he... Okay, I see a short bow attack. Is Hiccup going to be attacking Desma? Can I get a ping? Yes. That is exactly what Hiccup is going to do. Does a 20 hit your armor class, Desma?
With the Shield of Faith, yes, it just hits.
Okay, 8 points of piercing damage as you are hit with an arrow from a distance.
I am very hurt. Very, very hurt.
Okay.
I have 1 hit point left.
Yeah. Dirt McGirt, it is now your turn.
Oh. Oh, Lord, the conflict here. Both of his new companions are being attacked. Yeah,
Edge
Dirt's
death.
going to throw down his short bow, draw both daggers, and run opposite Noodle Brains here, or opposite Madigan behind Noodle Brains, and just try to take him out real quick.
Okay.
Try to keep the cleric alive.
Yep, with 2-weapon fighting, you are able to get both daggers. So go ahead and roll. You can roll me up to 2 attacks if you want.
Okay. Make sure I got my fun one equipped here. Where's it at? Oh.
Oh, the flint knap dagger from the kobolds? Sure.
Yeah. Seemed when I reloaded my character sheet, it disappeared, so I'll just use the regular ones and get it figured out.
That's fine.
Next time. There we go.
9 unfortunately doesn't hit, but this is at advantage, remember, so that second attack absolutely
Oh, yeah.
does for 12 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
Just like real quiet, knife in between the ribs as he comes around. A little bit
Okay.
surprised at himself that he could pull that off.
Very surprised that he's a got your back kind of fighter. Okay. That was just your action. You want to do a bonus action?
I don't think at this point I have any viable bonus action, so that'll end my turn.
Well, don't forget, there were 4 healing potions that were given to the party, and Madigan currently has 2. Miresh has the other 2. So, this fight is not over. You see Noodle Brains just go, and die. All right, that was Dirt McGirt's turn. Hip Dropper is now about to take his turn. What is Hip Dropper going to do? I'm guessing that Hip Dropper is probably going to make a little slash to protect his fruit. I was right. My fruit! Yeah! Natural 20. This is a 9 points of slashing damage. Desma?
To
Can I
Desma.
To Desma.
All
can I
right.
use my inspiration for Desma?
You absolutely can. So you're gifting your inspiration card to Desma so that she... I would have to re-roll that roll, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Horusenio,
Okay.
an inspiration card has been used. Please re-roll your attack. A 10. Does a 10 hit your armor class?
No, it does not. Madigan, I scatter rose petals at your
Nice! You saved someone from definite death.
Nice. Well done.
Woohoo! All right, that's how you use inspiration cards, folks. To Horusenio, I'm sorry. This close, man. And that is their turn. Does Hip Dropper want to move? Nosh Nosh, while this is happening, what are you going to do? It's going to move up really close to this wall right here. Hip Dropper's confused since she swore that he hit her, but yeah. Strange things happen with fate. Okay. Nosh Nosh is going to try to take a shot at Madigan Vaughn. Firing a shot. 21 to hit Madigan's armor class.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you take 3 points of piercing damage.
That seems like I'd be at -1.
You are now down. You must now start making death saving throws.
All right.
And Shield of Faith is dropped. Okay. As the arrow flies in, you hear in the back, Nyosh! Niblets. What is Niblets going to do? Niblets is going to move up 30 feet. Somebody is texting me like crazy. I'm just getting text. A short bow shot. Does the 13 hit your armor class, Desma?
New.
Nice. All right. So that shot fires wide, and you survive another turn. Miresh, it's now your turn. You see Madigan fall.
I will avenge her. I'm gonna cast my Ray of Frost at, what was his name? Nosh Nosh.
All right, Nosh Nosh is right in the line, and you with the blue ray. Natural 20, 8 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
The Ray's gonna pierce his arm and freeze it off.
Okay. The ray pierces and goes straight through, and you just see Nosh Nosh! And he freezes up. And now you have a goblin sickle. Excuse me. So, bonus action movement.
I will move back towards dirt.
So all that you, so after Nosh Nosh goes down, Hacky Thwack starts to freak out and panic. Okay. Dirt is the one that has the other 2 healing potions. So, Madigan, I need for you to roll me a death saving throw, please. It's a d20, 11 or above, and you succeed. Or sorry, 10 or above and you succeed, 9 and below and you fail. This is bad. So when you roll a natural 1, it's 2 failures. So you failed 2 death saving throws. If you fail on the next turn, or if you're hit again, that's it. That's it for Madigan.
Can I use my card of inspiration to allow her to re-roll?
Absolutely.
Great.
Thank
Turn
you,
in favor for you.
Okay. Nice. All right, some good teamwork going. Go ahead, Madigan. Roll me another d20. This is still a failure, but it's only 1 failure. So you still have time. All right. Desma, it is now your turn. Niblets on your left. Hip dropper on your front. What are you going to do?
Finish.
I'm at 1 hit point. No. No. I'm gonna back off.
Are you going to disengage?
I mean, right? These are the questions. These are the questions, these are.
If you're going to use disengage, you use your action to do that, but you're able to run away and not provoke an attack of opportunity.
I just keep getting hit. I feel like, you know what? Fine. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use my alchemist haft. I'm gonna attack.
Okay, you're gonna try to whack at hip dropper.
Yep.
Go ahead and throw me an attack. Roll high, roll high, roll high.
Natural 1. I'm gonna use my last card of inspiration and just re-roll that.
You got it.
now.
Oh, one more time.
As Desma is wielding her alchemist staff, she's saying, I could use a little help.
14. Unfortunately, a armor class for a goblin is 15, so it is 1 below.
That is heartbreaking.
When you use your spell, I don't believe it's concentration, so I'm going to scroll up to see if I can find it again. It is concentration. So first, I need for you to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if it's still on. And I'm seeing if it gives you any bonuses to attack.
It's an 11.
I don't think it does. You do save, so it is still active, but unfortunately it doesn't give you any bonuses to attack. If you try to run away from it now, it is going to take an attack of opportunity.
All All right, I'll stay.
Okay, you stay.
But seriously, looking not well. Wink, wink. Vanguard, wink.
Hacky Thwack is looking panicked. What is Hacky Thwack going to do as he watches Nosh Nosh get frozen to death right next to him? Hiccup is going to go next as well. Hacky Thwack is going to run. He is going to book it, and he's going to go back towards the altar. He doesn't want to get killed. He's smart. And it's now Hiccup's turn. So Hiccup looks over, sees Desma being hoarded by 3 of the other goblins. Heckpants and Noggin are dead. What is Hiccup going to do? Dirt, you're up next.
Roger.
Hiccup is slowly getting his bow ready. Hiccup! Hiccup! And as he fires it, he grins as he readies an arrow. Does a 17 hit your armor class?
Thankfully, no.
Wow. Artificers, man. Okay. So you take your armor and you know just where it doesn't hit, and you king as you watch the arrow stuck inside the metal but doesn't pierce your body. You pull it out, and you're like, "Oh God, that was close." As Hiccup does a little pounding fit of a tantrum. Why won't you die? Dirt McGirt, it is now your turn.
Alright, Dirt is going to administer one of the healing potions to Madigan.
Okay, 2d4 plus 2. Just roll 2d4. We'll add 2 in our heads.
Okay. Me or Madigan?
Either, doesn't matter.
Sure.
Why don't you do it since you're administering the potion? Roll another d4.
Oh, my bad. That was just the one.
So 7 plus 2, that's 9 points of healing to Madigan.
I am back.
You are back. You are on the
100%.
You are on the ground. Was your full hit points?
That is my full hit points.
Nice. Okay. So, all of the wounds that she taken seem to have magically healed up. Madigan, you are still on the ground. However, you are conscious. Okay, Dirt, do you want to move any farther? That was 10 feet of movement.
Yeah, I'll move my remaining 15 feet, continuing north. And I'm just going to try to yell and make as much noise as possible, which seems counterintuitive as a rogue, but to try to distract some of the folks around Desma. And let's live dangerously, and I'll turn in my card of inspiration.
Okay. Roll me a d8.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, you guys are moving forward. Hip Dropper. It's now your turn. You and Desma are in this back and forth of smacking and dodging, and good lord, it's getting rough. Desma is getting attacked again. Does a 9 hit your armor class, Desma? I don't think it does.
No.
Again, the slash just goes a little bit too shallow, and it scrapes across your armor, and you're okay once again. Niblets, it's your turn. Niblets look forward, sees Heckpants, who is dead, and Noggin, who has an arrow in his back. Niblets, however, is going to move past Desma and try to continue on to the other guys. So, Niblets, can you point to where you wanted to go again? And I'll move you. Thank you. Oh, straight up double move, getting in the face of Dirt McGirt.
Yes.
making it hard to move. All right, Niblets, that is your turn. Miresh, it is now your turn.
All right. I'm gonna start trying to make my way up towards Desma.
Okay, you can start making your way up towards Desma.
I'm gonna head right up here next to this grave or whatever it is.
It's a cart.
A cart? Okay. And I will cast a Ray of Frost towards Niblets or whoever she's engaged with.
So it is a ray attack. You have a risk of hitting Desma. Do you have any other attacks that are not rays?
Ah, gotcha. In that case, I will use Acid Splash.
Okay. Roll me Acid Splash, please. It's a Dexterity 12 saving throw. If it's successful, it takes 4 points of acid damage. If it fails, it takes no damage. Let me get a Dexterity save from Hip Dropper. As it relentlessly guards its fruit. Oh, natural 1. 4 points of acid damage. How do you want to do this?
I see him standing over the fruit pile and I just drop it right on top of his head.
You absolutely do, and you
on his face.
with your magic, and as it arcs over top of Desma, you just see this little guy as he his poor face burns and he is gone. Bonus action?
I believe I
He
still
does
have,
ruin the fruit. That is true.
I think I still have 5 more feet of movement, so I'll move up a little bit more.
Okay. You do
And then-
so.
That'll be it.
Madigan, you are prone, so if you want to get up, it's half of your movement speed. I believe it's 15 feet. I think your movement speed is 30.
Yes.
So
Can
you
I
s-
still cast from prone?
At disadvantage if it's an attack.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna stay prone.
Okay. You stay
And
prone.
you said getting up is
15
is
feet, so
movement?
half your movement.
okay. Then I will go ahead and get up. Actually.
Okay. You pop yourself back up. You have 15 more feet to move.
With my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word toward Desma.
Okay. What is the range on Healing Word?
It is 60 feet. She's
Okay.
55 feet.
Nice. So you absolutely can. It's 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier, which is Wisdom.
So that'll be +4.
I forgot that you rolled super high. Desma, you heal for 5 points of healing.
Oh, Desma just rolls her shoulders back in sighs and relief.
Nice. Does Madigan want to continue moving? You still have an action as well.
No, I think I'm gonna stay where I am for the moment, and with my action, cast Sacred Flame on who is this little guy right in front of Dirt?
That is Niblets.
Niblets.
Niblets, please roll me a dexterity saving throw. DC is 14. So roll me a dex check. 14 exactly, so it takes no damage. And you see that it dives out of the way just in time for that sacred fire to come down and almost burn it, but just not quite. So that was a great combo, by the way. You cast a leveled spell as a bonus action and a cantrip as an action. You really know how to use your turn economy. That's great stuff. Everybody, if you are a spellcaster and you're watching, do that. That makes you crazy powerful if you have bonus action spells. Okay, that is your turn, and you're going to stay put. Desma, it is now your turn. You have no enemies that are nearby. You've just been healed. I believe you have 6 points of health now. You see Hiccup as the only threat towards your west. And you see Niblets down south engage with Dirt McGirt. Hacky Thwack is up next.
I go west. That's what I want to do.
I'm going to go west.
Yes, but
Okay.
I'd like to use a good old cantrip like to use the firebolt because my alchemist haft hasn't been so kind to me recently.
Okay. Firebolt has a crazy range. I have to take the first one, unfortunately, and a 14 doesn't hit. So you see the fireball just firebolts go and it goes a little bit too far.
All right. Well, I will still travel towards the west,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
All right, that is your turn. Hacky Thwack, it is now your turn. As you are panicked, cowering, and next to the altar, you're ah! Hiccup realizes that she's oddly looking better. It starts to shake a little bit, and you see Hiccup like. Hacky Thwack is actually going to hide. So roll me a dexterity check, please, Hacky Thwack. Dirt McGirt. McGirt. That's so hard to say. Can you please give me a perception check at disadvantage because you're currently engaged in combat? Hiccup is next. Miresh, you may also give me a perception check at disadvantage. While I wait for those two rolls, let me get Hiccup. What are you going to do? Is Hiccup gonna bolt? Or is Hiccup gonna fight? The tension mounts as Hiccup and Desma look at each other, terrified. What are they going to do? What is going to happen? Hiccup's going to run! So as Hiccup... Oh, nope. I almost moved the entire thing, so... You just see that poor little goblin run the away as fast as he possibly can. So, that is Hiccup's turn. Dirt.
Sorry, is there a chance for an attack of opportunity because he's running away?
Only if he was within melee of you. Unless there's something that you're, something of a reaction that you have that's special.
Sure.
They have to be within 5 feet of you for that to trigger.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think Dirt said he was having some power problems.
I'm back.
No worries.
Yeah.
Can you please roll me a perception check at disadvantage? Okay. Dirt McGirt, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, I got a guy that ran up in my face, so I mean, I guess he's asking for it. So I'm gonna take my super cool cobalt dagger and this other regular one I got, and I guess this is what goblins are looking for tonight.
Slash a stab. Go for it. The 9 misses. The 18 does hit. 7 points of piercing damage. How do you want to do this?
Just like very dejectedly, like why did you want this?
Okay. You do the whole over here. Why, bro? Why? As you watch the little guy just don't know, and slowly fall to his death. Okay. Poor Niblets.
And then I guess I have movement, right? So I'm going to take my full movement towards the light here.
I think I made a mistake.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I made a mistake. Can you please, one of you please research what it is for 2-weapon fighting? I think you only do whatever you roll. You don't add the dexterity mod to it. I think I made a mistake.
Let me look that up real quick.
Thank you. If I made a mistake, then Niblets is still alive, and I'm going to say we take that back, okay?
Do not add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack
Okay.
unless the modifier is negative.
So you did roll a 4. So Niblitz is still alive.
Right?
But Niblitz is very hurt. I apologize, everybody. If I make a mistake, I will be accountable for it, and I will try to fix it. So that does happen. Do you want to juke around him, get in a better position, anything like that?
No. I'm just, I came up here to be a distraction, and so I'm going to do that.
Okay, you absolutely are, and you absolutely do. Niblitz is looking at you very angrily. Ow! Miresh, it is now your turn.
All right, I am going to make my way inside the building.
Okay, you make your way inside. If you try to get past, you are going to get an attack of opportunity from Niblitz.
Ah.
Do you want to risk it?
No. Before I move, then, I guess I'll attack him.
Okay.
What should I... Right. I'm going to... I have a clear line of sight? Yes, I do.
Madigan, you're on deck.
I'm going to throw a ray of frost his way.
Okay, you line up your finger guns again. Pew! And a 10, unfortunately, does not hit. The ray goes wide. He's ducking and diving and getting stabbed a little bit too much, and just... you miss entirely.
In that case,
Do you still want to risk it?
can I move just next to him without an attack of opportunity?
If you get into melee with them, then yes, you absolutely can do that.
Alright, then I will move right here, and I will use my bonus action of 2-weapon fighting. I've got a pair of daggers.
Before you do that, Dirt, can you please check that you don't have to use your attack action? I believe you need to use an attack action if you're using two weapon fighting to use your to use a light weapon in the offhand. That may be the case, but if it's not, then it'll happen.
Fortunately, it reads, when you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon, then you can use your bonus action to attack with a different one.
So, for the future, if you want to use two-weapon fighting, you need to take the attack action first with a weapon. And they both have to be light. So daggers would work. But in this case, since you cast a spell first, you're not able to do that.
Gotcha. Alright, and that'll be my turn.
Okay, Madigan, it's now your turn.
All right, I am going to move. Make sure I can move that far. Oh, yeah. I'm going to move up close to the goblin.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a melee attack with my mace.
Nice. Clobber that little guy. Let's see that attack. It's a 14. Unfortunately, that does not hit. His AC is 15. So close. Now totally surrounded, Niblitz is getting attacked from 3 angles, but is dodging by the skin of her teeth. And is getting very, very close. I believe I actually knocked Niblitz out of the initiative order, and that's my fault. I went too quick on it. I'm going to add Niblitz in. Hacky Thwack peeks over the altar and notices Niblitz surrounded. Hacky Thwack believes that he's very, very protected from where he is, and nobody knows. So that's why I put the hidden thing on him. And he just whimpers as he watches Niblitz. Desma, it is now your turn. You are watching Hiccup run away. What do you do?
I really, really want to use a firebolt as they run away. I'm just gonna try again. just gonna persist.
Okay. Oops, sorry. Ooh. 22 definitely hits. How do you want to do this?
My right hand, as I cast this firebolt, flings towards this poor, scared, running away goblin and hits square in the back, lighting up their body as they go down.
All that you do is you watch this firebolt go out your hand, a big woof. Then as Hiccup is dead.
Satisfying. You fought well.
As you give it a very kung fu bow. Let's see, that is Hiccup. Hacky Thwack, you going to do anything?
Oh, can I travel before I...
Yes, you may. And
Yeah.
Niblitz is going to go next.
I'm gonna head towards the altar, going around the outside of the rubble.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check to try to climb over the rubbled walls.
I don't suppose you would accept an acrobatics check.
How do you want to do that?
A little parkour move. Just put my free hand on the wall and vault myself over.
Are you wearing heavy armor?
I am wearing scale armor, yes.
I'm going to give you disadvantage on it if you want to try it.
Then I'll just do an athletics check. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get yourself up there, but you're like... And you get a clear view of everything that is up there. I'm going to say you're not going to be able to get over, but you are going to be on top of the wall there. So
I'll
that
take
is
it.
so that's going to be that. Roll me a perception check, please.
Yes. Desma flips down her blue-colored spectacles and wants to see what's up.
As you look around, you notice that there appears to be a large crystal that's next to this altar, a lot of bones, and also appears to be a long stick or a shaft of something that is on top of this altar. And it appears to glisten in the firelight. You also notice that there is a staircase leading down in the very center of this abbey, where the bell tower once was. There is actually a very small, what looks to be a trapdoor that is lifted and smashed.
Smashed in, or...
Yes.
Okay. Lovely. Thank you.
Okay. Niblitz, it is now your turn. What does Niblitz want to do? Dirt, you are up next.
Okay.
Then Miresh. Then Madigan. Is there a window behind Hacky Thwack? There was a window behind Hacky Thwack. There now just appears to be a whole bunch of broken glass. That was once like the stained glass window. Niblitz seppukus. So as Niblitz does the honorable way out, he just says, "For Anna, Hacha." And looks you right in the eyes and just doesn't break eye contact, Dirk, and goes out like super badass and and is dead.
Wow.
Yeah, I was about to say if I can give an inspiration card to the Ravenous for that, jeez.
Yeah, that was...
Go straight seppuku at the end of this. I surrender in the most
was very
bad
unexpected.
way possible. Blah. All right, to Niblitz for honor.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to you. Night haste. You got to go out. That's one heck of a way to go out. I cannot wait until you play in the Vanguard and what you decide to do with that.
Well, with that happening, then Dirk doesn't really see any threats around him, so he's just super confused by what to do.
Okay, give me 1 second. Horusenio, Hacky Thwack is still moving. I'm just waiting on what you would like to do. So go ahead and type it in anytime. And then we'll go over that in his turn. So this is going to be happening at the same time as what Dirt and everybody else is going to be doing. Okay. Roll me a perception check, please, Dirt.
Okay.
You're busy. You're still watching Niblets and just being like, that was hardcore. That's awesome.
I'm confused by that, and also remembering that I threw down my short bow a few steps behind me, and should probably figure that out.
Okay, you go over, you pick up your short bow, and you're like, man, that goblin. Wow.
Gonna haunt me.
Yeah, it's gonna haunt you a little bit. You're not gonna sleep well for at least a day. Miresh, what do you want to do?
I am now gonna make my way inside the building. I'm gonna head towards the staircase right here.
Roll me a dexterity check, please, for Hacky Thwack, and make it at advantage. So roll twice, and we'll take the higher of the two numbers. All right, so you go and you find this, what looks to be a root cellar. As you look down, you notice that there appears to be a stone door that has tons of little scratches over the front of it. It looks like these goblins were trying to get in.
Right. And I cannot see Hacky Thwack at all, right?
No, Hacky Thwack was able to roll a stealth check that beat both Miresh and Dirt. He is hidden.
And I will just end my turn.
Okay, Horusenio, can I please get those two dex checks? Okay. And you end your turn there. Okay. That's enough. So, Hacky Thwack gets himself right to the edge, finds just the right amount of room to get in between all of those pieces of glass without making a sound, and runs off into the night to live another day. Hacky Thwack with the win! Thank you very, very much to our Ravenous for one heck of a fight today. You dropped your first PC, and you nearly, I think, just straight up killed Desma. So it was very, very close. Yeah, so I think, Desma, your maximum hit points are 9, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you wouldn't have straight up killed her, but you came one away.
Oh, yeah.
And if that would have happened, then Desma's just dead. Not coming back, dead. Wow.
Oof.
What a fight. What a fight. What a fight. Please feel free to stay and stick around. But for right now, you guys are out of initiative. And you are now just searching around, seeing all of these bodies around from these mischievous goblins. You're looking inside of this ruined abbey. Morty, seeing that everything is done, comes up and he's like, which you know is like his hello. Good job, Mom.
Give him like a big scritch behind the ears.
It's a bulldog. They make those noises.
Oh, it's a bulldog. Mm.
Yeah.
Desma was taking a shower, so
Okay.
she wasn't sure.
Uh-huh. Okay, so Desma, you get yourself down from that, and it's no problem whatsoever. I also failed to remember, you took a bunch of damage, so did you have a... no, the spell that you cast before was concentration, correct?
Correct. The detect magic. Yeah.
So
We did a Constitution saving throw. It did stay.
It wasn't detect magic that stayed. You cast another concentration spell, which is the arcane
correct.
weapon. So
Yep,
that
so
dropped.
it dropped.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that dropped detect magic. There's something about these spells though that are called ritual. So if it says ritual in parentheses, it allows you to cast these spells without using a spell slot. If you spend 10 minutes more to cast it. So is that something you want to do? Is take the time to cast detect magic?
Yes. If I don't have to use a spell slot because I'm out, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah, great job to the Ravenous. Great job, Horusenio. Night Haze 95. That was awesome. I could not have done it better myself. Great, great, great job.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay,
Very well done, you two.
so I'm going to go ahead and remove the turn order. You guys are now a party of 4. What would you like to do with where you are?
Madigan is just gonna turn toward Dirt and give him a huge, huge hug for giving her that healing potion and essentially bringing her back.
Mm-hmm. Clutch moment.
Dirt's just gonna nod appreciatively, and I was using you as a human shield at one point, so it seemed like the decent thing to do when you actually fell. And he's gonna take out a like a sheet of parchment and start sketching what he can. Like some rough sketch of this abbey, since the way they got here, nobody knew precisely where it was, so he figures maybe it's not well documented.
Okay.
Also, as he's doing that, just sort of looking for any traps that might spring on them in the area that's around him while he's sketching the lines of the building.
Okay, that's exactly what you do. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
Can I give him guidance since I'm already giving him a hug?
Absolutely. You give him a guiding hug. Oh, I see that exactly 10 chicken nuggets has gifted Desma an inspiration card. That is awesome. So, Desma, you get an inspiration card as courtesy of exactly 10 chicken nuggets.
Aww.
And Rogue Dragoon has just added in your last bit of traveling food. So, on our next session, you all will be traveling to the next town. Congratulations, everybody.
Awesome.
It also appears that you have gotten 20 extra gold from those who have turned in their trouble bubbles. This is one heck of a line. This is awesome, you guys. Yeah. 3 bits of food have been turned in. 20 gold have been turned in. A inspiration card has been turned in. And exactly 10 chicken nuggets. Thank you so much for gifting subs as well. This is very, very sweet of you all. And now you all have a lot more stuff to look forward to in the next session. We are not done yet. We are still exploring this area. So as you're exploring this area, you all are noticing that the count is off. You remember there being 8 goblins. You don't know where the 7th one is. But he's nowhere nearby. So, let's go around. Miresh looks at this root cellar that goes down. It's got a stone door and appears that they've been chipping away at it, but they're not able to open it up. Desma just came in. She's going to take her time to cast Detect Magic, and it's going to take a while. Dirt is going to be sketching out as much as possible around this area to make a new map. Madigan, haven't heard from you for what you want to do. What would you like to do? Madigan?
I think I'd just like to come in toward this area and just search around.
Roll me a perception check, please. Natural 20. Okay. So as you're looking around at everything, you're noticing that these fires appear to be constant, and they also don't appear to have a source. They look like a singular torch is burning. But it's burning still while on the ground, and the whole thing is burning. It doesn't look natural. And also you notice that there appears to be a very ornate-looking pole that is on top of that altar. The crystal also looks very interesting as well.
Would I recognize anything about the pole of the crystal?
Roll me a Arcana check, please.
Oh.
Nah.
Alright, well, I will still share this information with the group.
Okay. Let's go to Dirt now. Dirt?
Okay. Well, I didn't do too well spotting any traps, so seems like it's mostly fine. I'll come see if I can assist Miresh with figuring out this door.
Okay, please roll me an investigation check. All right. You're looking at this stone door, and you're realizing that it does have a mechanism to open it. You're not exactly sure where it is, but it's got to be somewhere. You're noticing that it has no handle. It looks like a complete stone slab, but the door doesn't seem to give any at all when you push it.
Hey guys, look, there's a thing. We got to find like a part for it.
Okay. Miresh, let's go back to you. What would you like to do?
I'm no good with these kinds of things, so I'll leave it to Dirt and Madigan if she feels. I'm going to make my way over here towards this crystal.
Okay. You make your way over towards the crystal, and you notice that your body sort of tingles a little bit the closer that you get to it. It's a good kind of tingle. It makes you feel strong. It's like excitement, anxiety. You feel your spine tingle, the back of your mind flood with serotonin. This feels nice.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I can discern any more information about it?
Sure. So make an Arcana check to discern information. Okay. This is something that you've only seen once before. This is called an Alphladen stone. This sort of magic is very, very rare. It is condensed raw magic energy, and it's condensed into a crystal. This crystal is actually able to house raw magic energy that is over top of a wellspring. So the energy that effuses from the weave, which is where you draw your magic power, can be absorbed into this crystal. So think of this crystal as a car, and think of the magic energy as the gasoline. You also feel this crystal, and you notice that it feels very cold to the touch.
Interesting. How big is this crystal exactly?
It's probably about the size of, I would say about the size of a baseball.
Then I guess I'm not close enough to pick it up just yet, but...
You guys are out of initiative, so it's not like you move a certain amount of feet. This is just, if you're exploring, you're exploring.
Oh, okay. Then I'll pick the crystal up, so
Okay.
I can bring it back and show it to the party.
You pick the crystal up, and you're like, oh. Makes your back feel really kind of, that kind of makes me nervous when I feel about it. But you have a, like a chill going up your spine, and it makes you kind of both empowered, but at the same time very feel very anxious.
And I'll
You
hold
also
there.
notice that the pole that is on top of the altar, it appears to have a blade at one end, but it's maybe detached. The blade on it is at a very odd angle.
I'll hold there for now.
Jeez. Horusenio just popped in more trouble bubbles to the community goals, so we're well on our way to getting some spells and a revival token. What did you say you're doing? I'm sorry?
I'll hold there for now.
Okay. Let's go back to Desma. After this little bit of time, it does your spell does activate.
Great. I start walking towards the trapdoor. I want to see if there's any magic there.
Okay. You do walk towards the trapdoor, and you do see that there appears to be what is like a small rock, or like a small, like rocky inset that's to the left. It looks like there's illusion magic along the left wall.
I'm gonna make my way towards that wall and see if I can poke and prod.
Okay. You actually see that there's an indention in this wall, and the wall appears to have had an illusion spell cast over the front of it to make it appear smooth. You put your hand back and you press down, and as you do, you see the door rolls out of the way, And now you see into a very, very deep root cellar. There appears to be enough food here for your caravan and then some.
Ooh.
Nice.
Does everyone else notice this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna call out. Everyone, look,
Okay.
snacks. I love snacks.
You're able to find a whole bunch of snacks. It's a lot of different roots, a lot of cheese, a lot of non-perishable foods, a lot of canned goods. So it looks like things that this church, or sorry, this abbey has been saving for a long time.
I do love me some dried meat.
We can probably load up the carts that we saw outside and haul it back.
Maybe.
All that fruit outside still good too, or did that get eroded with the acid?
A little bit of it is covered in acid. Some of it is covered with noggin blood, but most of it seems to be just fine. It's not going to feed a whole lot of people, but it'll make a nice pie.
Or maybe some nice jam with my alchemist haft.
Yeah.
Some of that lime.
There you go.
Love preserves.
Sure. You get ready for your Smucker's adventure, and you collect as much as you can and start loading up the wagons. While that happens, are you guys going to do anything else?
I'm gonna check out the staff on the altar.
Okay. You check it out, and it appears to be this circular white staff. It seems to have a blue wrapping around it that almost looks like snakeskin, and what appears to be a pearlescent handle, or a pearlescent haft. You notice that there seems to be a small black ball at the very tip of it, and it seems to be floating above the altar just a little bit, with the spear blade on the other end.
That sounds cool. I'm going to set the crystal into my pocket and attempt to pick up the staff.
Okay. You pick up the staff, and as you do, you see that the blade actually floats just an inch or two, but it stays within proximity of the black orb. The orb floats just maybe a centimeter or two above the edge of that haft. And you notice that inside the orb, it starts to spin. It almost looks like a black sea as watery glistening keeps running over top of it.
I'll take the staff back to my party. Have
Okay.
any of you ever seen anything like this?
Whoever wants to, roll me an Arcana check. Desma, you do see that this is enchantment. And you also see that this is 2 schools of magic on it, enchantment and divination. However, Desma, you do not know what this spear is.
I relay what I do know to the party.
Okay. Do any of you all have the identify spell?
I do not.
No.
Desma?
Nippity nope.
Okay. Would Dirt like to make a check?
I saw a guy one time that just held on to something and then like eventually figured out what it does. But yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Okay. Okay. You as well have no clue. Why are you asking me? Sort of expression that you have. Madigan, would you like us to make an attempt as well?
Sure. I wasn't sure if I saw it earlier and my lower roll made it so that I couldn't identify it, but...
It's not that you didn't identify it, you just weren't paying attention to what it was.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. None of you are rolled high enough to understand what it was, but it is definitely something that is exuding a lot of magic.
And I'll hold on to the staff for now.
Okay.
Can I sling it across my back alongside my quarterstaff?
I'll say yes. This acts more like a spear. The blade is very, very sharp at the tip.
Well then. We've seemed to have found the food that we came looking for.
I have a quick DM question.
Yes.
Would those of us who are on the southern half of the map, would we have seen when Hiccup jumped out of the window and did his fantastic but not entirely effective entrance?
What?
Are we aware there's another structure in the northwest corner, or is Desma
Yes.
the only one that saw
No,
that?
yes, you all can see that there's another structure.
Okay.
You all see everything that you currently see on the map, including all the
Okay.
dead goblins.
All right, terrific. Then after we efficiently load the wagon, Dirt will go over and wants to see about getting into this other structure as well.
Okay. You make your way on over to the other structure. And you notice that this appears to be probably where whatever priest or acolyte or whomever was running this abbey, this is probably where they lived. You also notice that there appears to be a lot of junk in here. There's a lot of bits of metal. There's a lot of shiny rocks. There's a bunch of different things that have been broken apart. There appears to be a statue in the northeastern corner that has like bits and pieces of it ripped out. This appears to be sort of like a massive trash pile. It also smells awful in here, as somebody is definitely in the bed.
Do I see any of the priests or monks or whoever would have lived here?
No,
Okay.
you don't see any corpses in here.
Okay.
The only
Okay.
corpse that you see is Hiccup.
Fair enough. And the statue, is it, I mean, I'm 3.5 feet tall. Is the statue bigger than me, or?
The statue is bigger than you. It would be a normal human size, so run about between 5'5" and 5'10".
Sure. I'd like to check and see if I recognize who this person being depicted in the statue is.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that history then?
History, yes,
Or-
please.
Great.
Okay. You know that this is actually a statue of a famous paladin. This statue is a paladin named Shepherd Oddbody. This paladin has gone through and has secured a lot of safety for a lot of the continent of Insulrock, and also has been trying to restore the name of fallen gods. He is known as one of the one of the bearers of the torch. As you look at this as you look at this statue's effigy, the eyes have been gouged out, so you can only see part of its body. However, you can see that it clearly has this large symbol of a torch that seems to be etched onto its chest, with a very V-cut sort of breastplate.
Looking around, am I able to spot what seem to be the gouged out pieces to try to, can't repair it, but at least put things back?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, that's not great.
I'll say, yeah, after rifling through a lot of this stuff, you are able to find something that looks like the pieces of the statue. You do pop them back in, you find a little bit of mud, and you mix it in with some ash that you found from the fire, and you pop it in to make some makeshift cement. And as you do, you fix it up to the point where it's not bad. But you also do find that this appears to be their shinies pile. You find 10 gold, 16 silver, 11 copper.
Well done.
All right. I'll pick that up, and then after I feel like this statue's got into a good place, I'll go back to the party and hunt down what I found.
Okay. You do so.
While Dirt was searching through that small house,
Mhm.
Madigan would have gone outside and grabbed Morty, just picked him up, and remembering that the creatures were playing with bones and things, they're going to make their way over to the graveyard and try to just tuck the bones back into a grave and rebury them a little bit and put them back at rest. Maybe like humming a little song.
Oh, you're definitely getting a card of inspiration for that. To respect the dead after they've been desecrated. That's lovely. Okay, you definitely get a
I'm
card of
curious
inspiration
what
for
you're
that.
humming. That's adorable.
Just a little made up song.
It's her lullaby to Morty.
Or to the dead.
That too. Morty's been getting very good at riding piggyback on you. He sort of puts his lower paws and upper paws into your armor, and just like slowly falls asleep while having breathing problems on your back. You just hear.
Wrinkly baby.
Oh.
And yeah, you do that. Roll me a perception check while you're doing that, please.
Okay.
Okay. You're noticing that down there, you do find a few things that seem very different. This looks to have been a burial location for most likely either clerics or paladins. As you're going through each one of these places, you're seeing that there is very rusted armor, very destroyed and worm-eaten clothing. But you do find a few very interesting bits. You find a breastplate that is still viable. And you also find a silvered greatsword.
Ooh.
I'm torn because as wonderful as these items are, they don't belong to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave them where they lie and just continuing trying to put things back as they were.
Okay. You do that.
I'd like to investigate these floating fires.
Okay. They're not actually floating. You can see the torches that are lit that are beneath them. However, the torches don't appear to be giving off any real heat. And you're like, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense. You like put your hand out, put your hand through it. You watch the flames lick up on either side. These are definitely magic flames.
I'd like to take them with us.
Both of them?
Yes.
Okay, you do so. As you pick both of them up, roll me an Arcana check, please.
Oh, bad roll.
You have torches that are magic. That's it.
Okay. I'll bring them back and show them to the party. My
Okay.
friends, these will light our way home.
As you put the fire underneath your face and like, look at this. It doesn't burn. Desma, are you going to be doing anything?
I want to see if there's anything else in this root cellar that is not food. I want to see if there's anything hidden. I haven't seen the symbol for the torch, but I'm just looking for anything within the root cellar. Yeah.
Okay. Please give me an investigation check because you're looking for something specific.
Sure. Ugh, natural one. I cross my eyes.
And you find your favorite kind of potato. That is
Amazing.
all that you care for. And oh my god, they have russets here. This is my favorite day.
My favorite day. I love potatoes.
Nice.
I start chomping on it raw. Yeah.
Hardcore. Okay. You definitely do that.
Respect.
It's nice, cool, and very fulfilling. So, as you all continue on through this, is there anything else you would like to do in this area?
Have we shared with each other what we've been discovering as we've come back towards the center of the temple, fellow Vanguardians?
All right, have
Yeah.
you?
Yes. I
That's
shared
the information.
So that was a yes from Miresh.
Yes, I will let everyone know what I saw and what I did with the things that I found.
Same here.
Okay. Everyone appears to be trustworthy and good team players, good communicators.
I'd like to follow Desma and try to see if there's anything more to the root cellar.
Okay. To make this a little bit less of a, I can roll higher than you. What is your modifier to investigation, please?
It is +4.
Okay, so I am going to roll on a roll just to me, and it's going to give me information. It's not going to give you all information, okay? So I'm going to add 4 to whatever d20 roll that comes up, and if it changes anything, it'll change what information you get, okay?
Okay.
+4. Okay. So as you're going down there, you're also noticing that even though there's a lot of food here, you don't see any tools. It looks like this food has been gathered by somebody else. But what you do notice is you do find what appears to be these brands. It looks like these are something that you would brand like cattle with. You also find at the very end of this what appears to be a very large brand, almost to the point where it's far too big for a normal person to handle, so it would be considered a maul. And you notice that as you're holding it, it feels very hot to the touch.
Ooh. Am I capable of lifting it?
What's your strength?
It is 8.
You struggle to get this up. You are like, God, jeez, that sucks. And you are dragging it behind you. It is that heavy.
Everyone, look at this thing. It's massive.
Is that?
It's about 6 feet long, and the very top of it is maybe double the size of a human head.
Wow.
That's like 2 of me there.
Roundabout.
What kind of symbol is the brand?
It
not
looks
necessarily-
like a torch, and as you look at the very top, it appears to be a little bit more discolored. It appears to be a wrought iron, like a wrought iron brand. However, the haft of this thing is very thick, and the bottom of it looks like it has sort of a wrapped handle, but the wrapping is very, very broken and busted apart.
Well,
I think perhaps we should take this back to the blacksmith. See if he'll know anything.
that's good. I can help try to carry.
Okay.
Much appreciated, Dirt.
Between a couple of you, that's definitely something that you guys can do fairly easily. It's going to take you quite a while to drag all of this stuff back, even with the carts, because you are pretty far into the forest. So now that you've searched over most of what is here, is there anything else you would like to do in this location before you go?
No,
Not for me.
I've got my weird magical items. That's all I
That's
want.
true.
I want to follow through and collect as much untainted fruit as I can,
Okay.
as I planned. Yeah, my Smucker's moment.
Roll me a D100, please.
Ooh. $76.
There's a lot of fruit on that tree. You're definitely able to grab yourself a bushel and a peck.
And do I know what kind of fruit it is?
Apricots.
I love
Oh.
apricots.
Oh,
Says Desma and myself.
Mm-hmm. I planned that. That was definitely planned. Okay, so is that all you would like to do before heading back to Bellsong?
Yep.
I'm good.
Okay.
I think for flavor, Dirt, just as we're carrying that massive brand, I'm just telling Miresh about the statue I found and the branding that we saw with the V-shaped breastplate on the statue back there.
if that's mentioned within my earshot, I want to look for any other signs of that brand. They're in the
Okay.
temple.
You see a very massive mall that has that brand on the very
Yeah.
top. Other than that, you do see that there appears to be different torches or effigy of a torch or effigy of light that is all around this temple with the walls that are still up.
All right.
But unfortunately, that's really all that you see.
Oh, that's quite all right. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Are you all going to be heading back?
I'm ready.
Okay. You all fought against 8 goblins. You all drew a card of inspiration. The card of inspiration was a major arcana, and it was the magician. What the magician does is it doubles your experience. So you all today get 450 experience points.
Let's go.
I believe all of you who are level 1 are now level 2.
Woo!
Great.
So congratulations. The way that we do leveling up is you will tell me what your level is, and you will tell me what class you want to level up in. You can continue on your current class, or you can multi-class. And then we will roll your hit dice. I will roll, and you will roll. It's like advantage for your hit dice. You can use cards of inspiration if both rolls are just
How
so
much experience did you say it was again?
450.
So yes, I am now level 2.
Who would you like to roll first? Berserker?
Let's do Dirt, please. Dirt, what sort of class would you like to continue in?
Ooh. I would actually let's spice it up. I will multi-class as Warlock.
Okay, roll me a d8, please.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
Hmm.
You rolled a 6. You get a
Right.
6!
Hey.
Okay, Miresh, what are you going to level up in?
I'm going to keep with Sorcerer.
You got it. Roll me a d6, please. I rolled a 6, so you don't have to roll if you don't want to.
Yeah, that works for me.
6 it is. Take the max. Desma.
Everybody gets a 6.
I'd like to continue as an artificer.
It's a d8, right?
Ooh, good question. Not sure where to check on that.
Click hit dice. It's in the center right of your D&D Beyond character sheet. I think it's 8. I'm pretty sure it's 8.
Wait.
Dirt, can you please check that up for me? Pretty sure that's the case. Desma, while you search for what your hit dice is, I'm going to move on to Madigan, okay?
Sure. Please go ahead.
Okay,
I
Madigan,
am also searching for where my hit dice is.
are you going to continue on as a cleric?
Yes.
You're a d8.
Okay.
So roll me a d8. I rolled a 1. It's 4. Do you want to take a 4? Or do you have a card of inspiration?
I do have a card of inspiration, but I'll take the 4 for now because I may need that later.
You got it. All right. Taking a 4 for your hit dice. And Desma, have you found your hit dice?
It is D8.
D8. Okay. So everybody rolls a D8 today. I rolled a 4. You rolled a 6. Nice. 6s or 4s, everybody. Good roll. Good roll. Okay. So as level 2, some of you get spell slots, some of you get an additional spell slot, and some of you get to add new spells. Good on you, Miresh. Remember, as a sorcerer, you can change out spells for every time you level up. Okay. Are you all going to be heading back to Bellsong with laden carts?
Yes.
I
All
believe
right.
so.
You head back to Bellsong. And as you do, the morning comes. The morning comes, you all go back into the main thoroughfare, laden with food that is non-perished, And
Conquering heroes.
the entire town is thrilled. Now they don't have to worry about starving through the next. I asked for Elven Glade, not Thieves Guild. Doggone it. So as you push the carts back in, you notice that everybody else is looking at you with reverence, and they are so happy that you are coming. You are getting people running up to you. You're getting big thank yous. People are shaking your hand. Thank you so much, Caravan. Thank you. We can't thank you enough. And you're getting all people from coming out. They have more food. They have food. And as they bring it out, Bernie does come by, and he says, I'm more than happy to share whatever I can with you all. My goodness, you are a blessing in disguise. I feel awful for treating you badly. Thank you. You're the heroes of Bellsong. And with that, you see Gallanted, Edmund, and Dury, the three quest givers who have given you the lead on what you need to be doing, as they come by and they say, I think it's time to continue on now. We should pack everything up and get moving. We have a few options. We can either travel north into the forest and try to find one of the elven glades there. We could head west into the town that has the large market. We can try and continue on to the fishing village. Or we can try and move back towards the east, but it's far too dangerous there right now. I don't know if there's enough of us who are strong enough or capable to be on the front lines. But I will leave it to the Vanguard.
For now, before we decide our next location,
Okay.
I'd like to fetch the blacksmith and show him the brand we brought back.
Okay. They give you your time and understand that this is a difficult decision. For this, I am going to be posting a poll to the Discord. Will be which direction you want to choose. There are 4 paths that you all can choose. North to find the Elven Village, west to find the fishing village, south to go to the marketplace, or east to go back to the front lines. You go to you take the party to the blacksmith and you show him this large brand, and he looks at you and he's, oh my goodness, that's something I haven't seen in a long, long time. That is a brand. That's the symbol of the torch. Man, I thought that they died out years ago. No, that's a relic. Let me tell you a little bit about this. The Pact of the Torches are a group of clerics, paladins, those who follow no one god. They follow sort of a higher cause. As they go from place to place, they are able to dispatch evil or dispatch some kind of corruption, and they're able to light the way for those who need that kind of guidance. This was supposed to be what they were going to be. This was supposed to be for those who have lit the way and to be buried with them once they achieve their long life goals. But you found one that wasn't buried with the person. So I believe you need to find whoever this is, because it's still hot, which means that they're still alive.
Oh, wow.
Quite interesting. And I suppose that Abbey we found was one of their old headquarters.
Not really a headquarters, just more like a place of gathering.
Would you happen to know? You say you thought that they had died out. Would there be any way to track them down?
Well, you can find yourself a larger town. I mean, in the larger towns, there's abbeys and churches all over the place. But around here, I mean, all we have is the little shrine over there to Lathander. That's it. I don't think you're going to be able to find much here. I'm sorry, Bellsong's just not that kind of place.
Your guidance is appreciated, Smith.
No, I appreciate you all. Seriously, we gave this town a lot of hope. And you didn't need to. We appreciate that. Very, very much. If you ever need anything and you're nearby, let me know. I'll help you out.
Desma would like to talk with, I believe it was Drury, who mentioned a presence of the Feywild when last she was here in town.
There was. So there is a presence in the Feywild that is towards the north. This presence has been breaking through the Vale, so it's actually caused a lot of problems. Or not caused a lot of problems, but it could possibly cause problems. It's a very mischievous presence. It is a little bit far away. It's about a 6 hours walk. So you all could make the journey, or you could continue on.
She's just seeking information for now. She'll wait to see what the Vanguard decides.
Okay. So as they're going back and forth, communicating and trying to find the best course of action, she does let you know that there is a big possibility that this is all going to go away. It doesn't appear to be a very frightful presence. It appears to be a mischievous presence. Appears to be something that is more childish and prankful than anything else. However, it does appear to be coming in from the Feywild.
I would like to go and investigate that. My interest in the supernatural is very vested.
Okay.
And I'll tell that to the party.
Okay. What do the rest of you want to do?
I would like to find a shop that sells, just maybe like drinks, anything like that.
Okay. There is a brewer in town. This person mostly just does it for lager, so that it's storing water that is more potable. But there is somebody that does sell. It's not great. It's not great beer. It's mostly meant to keep water stored as long as possible.
Okay.
But
I'd like
you do
to
find
go.
them.
Yeah, I'd like to go ask the brewer or the barkeep
Okay.
if they have anything that's just in a portable container, a flask of any sort, or like a
Okay.
water skin.
You do definitely find one. They do have those kind of supplies that are very handy for you. The alewife does have a bunch of flasks that are available. Because you have been so wonderful to the town, they give you one for free.
Oh, thank you so much.
And you hear her say, this is, sorry, this is Undin. Undin the alewife, as she is like, oh, no, 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 no. You all deserve all the praise that you can get. You brought us food. You cleared out the bandits. You cleared out goblins. You cleared out kobolds. You're a godsend. Praise Lathander. Here you go.
I'll take it and just pocket it, and then just reach out and give her a big hug.
Okay.
Madigan is a hugger.
Okay, you absolutely do that. You give her a...
Morty is great at receiving hugs. Just gonna carry him on my side like a beefy toddler.
Okay, you absolutely do that. You pop him onto your side and you just give him a big swing, and every once in a while he's... That's just his normal breathing sound.
Yeah,
It's perfectly fine.
it's like a purr.
Pretty much, yeah. Very beefy purr. Okay. So with that, I think this is a good place to end today's session. Congratulations to our Vanguard for all reaching level 2. You also doubled the amount of experience that goes to the to the caravan. So the caravan, I believe, was at 420 or 450 or 475 the last I checked, and adding 425 onto that, that makes it 900, which means you're 600 experience points away from the caravan turning to level 2, which means that all new characters that are created start at level 2.
Awesome.
And the minimum level of all characters will be level 2. So that's awesome. You were able to find some gold. That gold is going to be added to the caravan's total. The viewers, the other caravanners, added some gold as well. They added 20 gold. They added 3 bits of food. You were able to find 3 more units of travel food on top of that. So when you make your next traveling trip, you're going to have 3 extra bits of food towards your next 10, which means that you're that much closer to keep moving and keep traveling. It also appears that you all have gotten 2,000 more towards a recovery coin, which allows for one character, if they are to meet the Reaper, they are instead pulled back to the caravan. They no longer continue the session, but they can come back alive for the next session. There's also another one that went in for Ereziver, your Bolgan wizard that is with you on the caravan, to learn a spell. If he learns a spell, he learns a spell at the caravan level, which allows for you to use his spell either before, during, or after combat. As you look around, I'm also going to be giving out some bonus experience because you all have... Oh, Horusenio popped in some more. Another 2,000. Woo! So as you guys are... as you guys have found a little bit more towards the items that you've collected... Oh, dang. Ryan had some more as well. Oh, it looks like we got 100%. So Ereziver is going to learn a spell. You guys are the Vanguard. What spell would you like for the wizard to learn? Has to be a level 1 spell.
Identification.
Identify?
Oh, yes, that's quite useful.
Okay. So
Sounds good.
Ereziver learns Identify. That spell is now usable either before or during. Before or after, but not during the encounters. So Ereziver casts Identify on the items that you currently get. You have 3 magic items here. Number 1 is the large bludgeoning maul. This is going to be considered a maul. You have to have a strength of 13 in order to be able to use it, and it adds 1d4 fire damage upon an attack. It is a firebrand maul.
Ooh.
So, the spear that you found is a +1 Palantir spear. This allows you 1 use of a divination, of a scrying spell. You can cast it once per week. And it's also a magic weapon.
Once per week of in-game timeline, or
In-game timeline, yeah.
Okay.
And the stone that you have, you know is an Alf-laden stone. But what you didn't know is that it's a major Alf-laden stone.
Ooh.
Sweet.
that
Desma
my-
is really interested, and she just is fiddling with her spectacles and really wants to look more at the Alf-laden stone and hold it and cradle it the same way that Madigan is cradling Morty,
Okay.
if
It-
given permission.
It looks like this Alf-laden stone has a spell already attuned through it, which means that you would be able to cast this spell as an action.
And we don't know what the spell is until we use it.
I am going to look this up really quick. Give me just a second to throw my notes on.
The blind box of spells.
Something like that. Da-da-da-da, D&D Beyond. It is a cold spell, I know that, but I need to make sure that it's a level 2 spell. Otherwise, I am really going to overpower you guys. I don't want to do that just yet.
Just yet.
I have a really hard time with overpowering people. That is one thing that I do really, really well. Listen to some of my players that have killed dragons in like 2 turns.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know of what you speak. No.
Yeah. Of course you don't. For anybody who doesn't know, Desma is one of my players in a different game, and she is the one that killed the dragon in one freaking hit.
Nice.
I'm gonna need
Oh,
to
it
hear
was a
that-
team effort.
It was a
I'm
team
gonna
effort.
need to hear that story later.
You can tell it now if you want. Desma,
Oh,
by all means.
Oh my word! I'm not sure I could do it justice, but we were facing down an adult green dragon, who could shift into a sort of elven form, and knew we were there. Let's put it that way. So I catapulted a fireball straight at it, while our oh gosh, I'm forgetting what the race of water creature is that Zerchar is.
Triton.
Thank you. While our Triton mind flayed the dragon and slid some alchemist fire in its back after slicing it open, because I had, some spider climby boots. That's the short version. It was a team effort, and started to run away, and we blew up the dragon basically.
Yes, you did. You guys definitely did.
Wow.
Yeah. And also as a DM, it was the most painful thing. It's just like, all right, I have a dragon AC 19, legendary actions, legendary resistances. I'm going to do this. 3 of them had poison resistance, and the rest of them had poison immunity, and a bunch of them just rolled super crazy high invisibility, like stealth rolls. None of them took any damage. Critical hits all against him. Super high attack rolls. I was so distraught. 207 points of damage in a turn for 4 people. It was painful, but it was incredible, and it was a lot of fun. So I hope that you guys had fun today. Well, how was today's session, you guys? How'd you feel about it?
Amazing.
So
It was
good.
awesome.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Super fun.
This is an amazing group of people too. You guys rock.
I had some terrible rolls, but I got that nosh when it counted with my nat 20. It was so beautiful.
Now, click on the nosh. For the Ravenous that are still here, Horusenio, Nighthaze, you guys were absolutely phenomenal. Great job. You all did an amazing job as our Ravenous. If you are interested in playing as our Vanguard or as our Ravenous, please join the Discord. There you can roll off against the other players that both have created characters and those who haven't. This is a very beginner-friendly game, so if you've never played D&D before, I am here for you. I am going to master the dungeons for you. All you have to do is just say, I've always wanted to do this. I just want to do cool stuff the entire time, and I'll take care of that. If you want to play as the Ravenous, which are those who controlled all of the monsters, you can absolutely do that. So Horusenio says our goal was to down at least one of you. That's exactly what you did, and you used an inspiration card to avoid Hip Dropper's crit. Clutch teamwork, you guys. Great job. Because you all found 3 of the different hooks that I popped up, I have 3 hooks, and you all found each one of them. I'm giving this entire group an extra inspiration card. So thank you very much for everything you've done. Please write that in.
That means I've got 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
As you all are looking through the Discord, you're going to be able to see all of the quests that are available, all the character sheets that have been made. You're going to have a wonderful community. I really hope that you all join if you haven't already. And if you would like to play for next week, we start at the same time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. And we end hard stop at 10 p.m. in order to raid a more critical show. So as you are enjoying your week, I wish you all the best. Please stay healthy. Please stay smart. Please do everything that you can. For my players in this week's Vanguard, thank you so much for joining me on this. It was so much fun to have you guys. You all are fantastic. I love everybody. I wish you all the best. And we are going to be rating Critical Role. So if you want to stay around and get a few more trouble bubbles, you
Wasn't there-
absolutely can. Oh,
Wasn't there something else you were going to tell us about? I thought?
some notes. What are the notes?
It was something about the Flayden stone.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. It's Ice Knife. The Alfladen Stone is currently attuned with Ice Knife.
Oh, I love Ice Knife. I used to have that spell in a previous game. Oh god, I'm definitely keeping this stone if you guys don't mind. I love Ice Knife.
It'll go into the caravan inventory, which the players are more than welcome to pick from at the beginning of every session.
Wow.
All right. I hope that you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you all so, so much for joining me. And we are about to raid Critical Role.
Thanks, Berserkus. Thanks, everybody. I'm gonna pop off.
Thanks all. Good
Thanks,
time.
guys.
It was a lot of fun, you guys. Hopefully see you again next week.
Hopefully. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Guys, wonderful, wonderful job. Horusenio, Night Haze, seriously, you guys did absolutely amazing. Thank you so, so much. This was fun. This is very, very fun. I hope that I see you coming on soon. As the Vanguard, you'll have a slot. So roll, and I hope to see you there ASAP. Have a wonderful night. I am going to get off Discord. Bye-bye.